I don't think I have much to wait for. I think I just need to get into it. What's up, everybody? Nom here, and welcome back to more Zenless Zone Zero. I'm not waiting for 2.5. Oop. Well, at least I know my audio is coming in. Have chat on my phone because, unfortunately, this is a one monitor setup. And, you know, just in case anyone shows up. But yeah, I'm unfortunately not waiting for 2.5 to hear all the voices in the story. You know, hopefully, you know, if we can see what scenes don't have the voices, and hey, hopefully someone gets around to putting those on YouTube. And I assume it'll be 2.5. It'll be tragic if it's whatever missing voices don't even show up. But yeah, I don't want to wait till 2.5 just to get around to all this story. And it felt like a good opportunity too, because I'll be doing some Banyue polls. Isn't that exciting? Oh, my bad. Hold on, actually, we can be so chic and cool. Hold on, sorry. This is very important. Man, there is not enough room for this camera. Oh, wait. Ah, there's just enough room. Anyway. Yeah. So, just here to do some more main story, but, while we're also here, he is here as well. He's cool. I haven't been keeping up too much. I've been I think I've been getting through some of the Bangbu auto chests, but I haven't done his event too thoroughly. I basically haven't learned Banyue at all, which is unfortunate, but he is pretty cool. Ellen is cool too. I kind of want Ellen, but not as much. Like, Ellen looks pretty cool. She's getting a buff, but, you know, her current buff lets her be at, like, her last buff in 2.0 left her be at about Shiyuan's level, and then her new buff should bump her up to at least solidly above Shiyuan, but probably still not, like, a whole tier up for what it is. I think it's resistance, tentatively, resistance and crit damage is all she's getting, but it's a good amount. It's like a whole lunge and then some resistance helps her if you ever want to try her on like weak, and then it's just, you know, always damage boost. But anyway, Banyue, he's so sick. Like, he's here. Yeah. I mean, and then yeah, I think his EP was like one of the coolest. Just the throat singing, it reminded me of the Who. The who I learned from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, because they did like the music for it, you know, because they have that you know, that throat singing sort of thing. Like, I'm not even sure how I would do it. I feel like you could easily hurt yourself if you don't yeah, like hurt your throat if you don't know how to do it right. But yeah, the music was just great. I loved it. And, you know, he just looks so cool, dude. Like, look at him, like, big old lion robot dude. Unfortunately, I've pulled 4 DPS prior to Season 2.
I'm here, so...
And of the 4 DPS I pulled, 3 of them were Bernice. So... you know, I didn't have much, and when I finally pulled more DPS, they were all from the same patch, 2.2. Unfortunately, the 2 of those were fire DPS, and then, unfortunately for me, I really liked someone's gameplay. So now I also finally have a Rupture Agent, so I've pulled 3 fire DPS, and I still have Soldier 11, and I can still use her. Still miss the old voice, but yeah, I can still use her. Oh, that shading was interesting. I saw that it did a little flash of darkness. But yeah, but I mean, he's so cool, and like he's the kind of designs I would like more in ZZZ because I'm always inclined towards the ones I think are cool, or just for whatever reason I feel connected to. Like for some reason I quite like Polgra, and I probably it's purely because I just really thought her and Bernice were very cute, you know, together. So I at least wanted to have Polgra for Bernice, and then, you know, it just made me really like Polgra and get really sad with what Polkra's kit was and how strong she was. She's so capable for an A rank, but she's only an A rank. She's yeah, she's solid, but you know, she's not OP, but comparatively overpowered like Nicole. She's not a broken niche like Sukaku here, who's here for Ellen, which begs the question, why the heck is Seth here aside from he hasn't been here for a while. All right, sure, man. But yeah, and so yeah, anyway, that's something else. Banyue, I heard, yeah, I've heard of all the people complaining. I get it, but as far as I'm aware, he's supposed to be stronger than Evelyn. Not my Evelyn though, because if I get Banyue, I will not be getting his W engine, and if I get Banyue, well, he'd be stuck on Hailstorm Chime, and I do not have, the bigger point is, I do not have Lucia. Why did I forget her name? At least I remembered it was an L, so it was easy to get back to, but yeah. But yeah, it's, my Banyue, if I were to get him, would be pretty sucky. At the same time, he's just so cool, dude, you know? And I expect to get a lot more from him in the main story that we're about to get into. I don't expect to complete the main story. I'll probably have to... I'll assume I'll have a shorter stream, but you know. Maybe I can get to it later, depending on how tonight's going. Usually. I probably won't have much time where I do a midnight stream. Anyway. I don't think there's much else to do. But hope. Cool. Unfortunately at least those are refunds. Yeah, unfortunately, as much as I want Banyue and gosh, I just also really like Zhao. And she's probably free. I hope she gets a really good M1 because I really want to pull for that, even though I don't have much. I still have a lot of events to go to and the main story, but still. No matter what, I'll have to pull for Zhao's W engine, and so that's my intent there. Oh man, he's so cool. I said 20 pulls. I did have a reason for saying 20 pulls. Hey, at least I got another AA. Yeah, unfortunately, both of the A ranks here I have maxed out. But yeah, I didn't mean to go there. Luckily, I didn't press the other button. But yeah. Wow! My Vivian skin!
Come to the seaside with me, Lord Phaethon. Good day, Lord Phaethon.
Yeah, they absolutely did make her chest bigger. That's interesting.
Lord Phaethon.
Yeah. I think Vivian looks really cool. I still hate her personality. Unfortunately, I'm not a fan of the stalker or torp type of personality. I don't know. I still... It still kind of irks me how they did her in the main story. I love her hair though; it's great. Yeah, and then this I think is easily like the best skin in the game. So hopefully, if I get Vivian one day, I'll have this. So that's good, cool. Where the heck is she storing those rockets though? Anyway, I have a skin. Woo. Hold on, also. Oh no, I already clicked there. Alright. Yep. I said 20. I mean, come on. You know, it'd be funny. It'd be really funny. Alright, that's fine. I think that's it. That's comfortably it. I probably have 10 pulls. Gosh, only one A rank. Yeah, I have 14 pulls here, but I don't... Unfortunately, for everything on my account, I think it's really cool. But I mean, I don't think it's the type of agent I want to learn either. I'll definitely be playing him in Lost Void. So, you know. It's not like I won't be able to ever enjoy him. And there's still the event that I have to complete, and I think that could be really fun. But I don't think I'll learn him too in depth. Maybe. Depends, but who knows. Anyway. Those were the Banyue pulls. Unfortunately, I told myself I'll probably only be getting one S rank. I'm not even sure if it's more than one limited, but I'll at least one limited S rank in 2.4, and unfortunately for Banyue, that limited was Dialyn. So, here we are. Moving on. The main story of Zenless Zone 0 on the Precipice of the Abyss. Oh wait, what happened last time? Was there a recap? Oh yeah, we had the whole chapter with Spook Shack. And I think the only pertinent information is, well, there was a bit. Zhao called up Dialyn, I believe, and told her about the unit. She described what type of construct Banyue is, and that it's what Dialyn was looking for. So we'll probably be having quite a bit of follow-up on that. And then beyond that is at the end of it, we found the little hole. Oh yeah, well, also, not moving on from that, Zhao also had a look into his memories, so she has information. She was hesitant to get that information, because, you know, it's so invasive of privacy, but she does have that information, so we'll see how that is handled, maybe, and how much information she actually has, but yes, beyond that, we did find the tunnel that said, in 1 or 2 patches, this will open up. And so, that's where Sarah and Shiyuan went. And I believe we will be going there. Oh, I guess I can change this now. So, I keep focused on the main story. Hi, Wise. It's been a while since Senior Shunguang left. Who? Oh, okay, right. There was a lot of opening stuff that was unfortunately unvoiced. By the way, Belle, about that Senior Shunguang who dropped by suddenly last time, did you ever tell her about those illusions we saw of Senior Ye? Wait, did they really call him Senior Ye? They're both Ye! You have to call her Senior Shunguang because he's Shiyuan, come on. Anyway, sorry. I only had a quick hello. Not yet. I only managed to say hi before she rushed off in a hurry. She made me promise not to tell Shifu about it. Probably some kind of secret mission, huh? Besides, what we saw were just illusions. I don't think we should tell her when we only saw fragments of the full story. Makes sense. Speaking of which, Fairy, what's that status on the location we tagged with the periodic ether fluctuations?
The spatial fissure has stabilized to a traversable state. Connected area, old mining site. Recommendation: proceed with investigation within the current stability window.
Cool, thank you. I'm glad she's voiced. It's always nice to hear Fairy. Sarah and Senior Yeshuen both went there.
Sarah used Itari's ability to determine the direction she and Senior Ye both went.
I don't know. That's interesting. That really feels like they are just adding, hey, yeah, you know, Shunguang, she's pretty important here. And so they're... Because that was something I complained about, and it probably something a lot of people, like, noticed and thought about. Sorry, I think I need to move things off this freaking desk. I'm just gonna freaking mess with things. I'll throw this wrench on the ground so I stub my toe on it. Yeah, I wonder if that's just feels like something they noticed and didn't feel right about. Maybe a lot of other people they saw sort of complained about, like, hey man, shouldn't as soon as Belle heard that name, maybe she should have said something. So maybe it feels like they wanted to sort of retcon, not really retcon, but rectify maybe somewhat issues, you know, justify why things happened the way they did. I'm not sure how to feel about that. It's You know, it's sort of trying to fix problems in a way, yeah. Which, you know, I appreciate. If they feel like they may have done something a bit wrong, they can sort of, maybe they feel like it's clarifying how it really went, or, you know, trying to feel like maybe it was sort of justified why people felt that way, so we'll make this reasoning. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But if they felt like it was an issue, I mean, cool. I mean, they only have so much time to, you know, write the story. You know, like they probably have like the whole thing, a very good, like, broad idea of how they want the entire story, at least in the beginning and end of the story. Like they had that whole little flashback sequence, but you know, they, you know, only so much time to like iron out all the details with all the new characters, you know, they have to introduce because it's a gacha game. Never mind. Oh wait, no, yeah, still, because this is another thing mentioning Shunguang, and you know that probably also feels like part of it. They're adding in Shunguang because she's the Void Hunter. She has to be very important, which feels a bit more cynical. A more cynical reason to be adding lines like this. Excuse me. Sorry. Looks like we'll need to investigate that old mining site soon. We can tell Senior Shunguang once we get more info. Yeah, Shifu might have made arrangements already. Senior, yeah, I hope he's doing alright. Still feel like they should be saying Shiyuan if they're calling her Shunguang. However, on that fateful evening when the Exaltus Overseer Mevrak met her end, a storm intertwining the fates of the Yi siblings was already brewing in the depths of the Lemnian Hollow. Does the Creator actually exist? Isn't what you see right in front of your eyes best proof? The Creator knew your nightmares, knew your fears. They even know that side of you that you've been so carefully hiding. Why keep running from who you really are? No? I don't know. How would you express a ellipses, question mark, exclamation point? That's like 3 different like variables. It's more, you know, it's sudden, like he was thinking, and then, huh? You know, it's questioning, huh? And but into exclamation point, huh? You know? The Creator has never been stingy with rewards for mortals who help fulfill their grand purpose. I noticed that was a capital T there. Ooh, cutscene.
Your dearest wish will be fulfilled by them alone.
My wish.
Yes, buried deep within your nightmares, the thing you fear most.
No!
The very thing you'd stop, no matter what it cost.
No!
The one with the most terrifying consequences.
No!
Your wish is to stop this scene from ever becoming reality, and the authority granted to me by the Creator can momentarily reduce those fears of yours to nothing. I've merely tempered the onslaught of those nightmares. If you want to sever the connection between your sister and that sword, then the Creator is the only hope for you.
Shunguang.
Oh, that's so sad. Season 2, Chapter 5. On the Precipice of the Abyss. Ooh. Well, that was interesting. They started right where, I believe, Chapter 3, which is 2.2, left off. That is when we've defeated, Mevrak, Izolde, with Obo Squad. So that's exactly that scene. So that was a flashback. That had, well, yeah, it was the past, because we've seen where they've gone in the future from that point. But yeah. And it's also interesting to see it wasn't like a full like mind control thing, but yeah, she's clearly like manipulating his mind more directly, but only to the extent to like, you know, make him willing, because it seems like maybe that's something that they're going for. To create, as long as you're helping the creator, but maybe it has to be willingly, unless you're being like converted into like an ethereal or monster. But yeah, like you can do whatever you want as long as you're helping out the creator. And you know, we'll see where that goes. But it was also interesting to see how she was very subtly changing him around to his new outfit, which unfortunately I've already seen because I couldn't help myself but do the DA, which, I mean, considering how long it took me to get to doing the main story, makes sense. Everything that happened within the hollow remained shrouded in mist, and for now, Shiyuan Temple was still bathed in tranquil, peaceful, everyday calm. Perfect timing, Belle. Everything from the temple chest went out with Beeline today to help the neighbors. So it's just us left at Shiyuan Temple. I was about to ask you to help tidy up the guest room. Next time Senior Shunguang comes by, we can ask if she'd like to stay over. Just then, some pretty lively laughter and chatter comes from the outer courtyard. Is everyone back already? That was quick. Should we go check it out? Oh, see what's happening. Oh, wow, it's her. I mean, oh my gosh, it's her. The Void Hunter. Holy crap, dude. That's so cool. It's the Void Hunter. Whoa, I'm gonna see if I can walk over this. Holy crap. It's her. It's the Uma Musume Thyron. Oh, wow, this doesn't stop me. I can, but it is a solid object. That's interesting. You won't trigger it while being within camera, but which means I can probably just leave entirely. Wow, it's her. I can finally take a photo of her. Woo! I'm still not sure how I feel about her design. I guess to me, I don't like how dark the dark parts of the hair are with this lighter brown. Something about that is unappealing to me, and then I just feel like her design is a bit much. It feels like she has a bit much on her, which, you know, coming from a Zone 0 player, sounds like it means something degenerate, but I don't know how to say it. It feels like she just has a lot. Like, with all these red ribbons, all the details on her clothes, and then with the light and dark of her hair, I don't know. It just feels a bit much for me, and I don't love it. I think I remember the one time I liked it was in that 2.3 ending cutscene. For some reason, I think the lighting there really helped it like look, I think, I don't know, more congruent, more fluid, like with the colors going from the dark to light. But outside of that, it just doesn't feel right to me. Yeah, all right. Whoa, even my wife doesn't know my secret stash. How do you figure that out? Though there may be ups and downs, wishes come true in the end. That's basically saying I'll scrape by on my exams. You see that light brown hair and dark brown hair and pretty red ribbon again. All things in this mortal world are bound by fate. Patience, patience. Let me peer into the secrets of heaven. Oh, please help me out, young master. My rooster with the pretty tail's been gone through 3 days already. Could you divine whether a yellow weasel spirit might have taken him? This is the symbol of June as wind. June stands for the rooster, and also means to enter. She kind of sounds like Shifu. When did Senior Shunguang arrive. That tone, it kind of reminds me of Yixuan Shifu. Is she divining for people? Don't worry, ma'am. The rooster's perfectly fine. Judging from the hexagram, he's simply chasing after his destiny and freedom out in the vast world beyond. It's a rooster? Ah, is that so? But he's already quite old. Oh, that destiny could be death. Huh? No, don't you worry. The young master here knows her stuff. Don't let that young face fool you. She's got real skills. Why, just the other day, a delivery truck from Good Goods was traveling down the road, and the back door flew clean open. A whole load of cargo was about to spill and hit someone. Then this little Shifu strolls by, gives a wave, and whoosh, everything popped right back in. Back then, nobody even knew she was Suiban Temple's acting temple master. Folks were just saying her moves had that same flair as Yixuan Shifu's. Yeah, also I need to be careful in this chair because I think it's squeaking. Like, not nearly as bad as my gamer chair, but still, like, it's hard to describe what it is. Just lending a hand. I'm just glad no one got hurt. That's all that matters. Miss, my kite string broke, and it flew so far away. It's gone. Will it ever come back on its own? Well, look here, little one. The fortune slip says, when lofty trees meet the wind, a single thread of fate is quietly woven. Your kite didn't just fly away. It helped connect your wish to the stars above. When you grow up and you're as tall as those trees outside... Oh, I guess we have very small trees, to be fair. She meets the one, I think, right outside the temple. Alright, did my headphones die, or did the music stop? Oh no, yeah, it's silent. What? When you grow up... Oh yeah, I guess I should have just done that to check. Reach up and catch both your kite and your wish again. Senior? What are you up to right now? The once chatty acting temple master freezes at the sound, a flicker of caught red-handed embarrassment flashing in her eyes. Junior, oh, you were here. Today, the weather is nice today. What I mean is, Junior, you're here. When divining, solemnity comes first, so you should address me as acting temple master, got it? Hold on, she had a more smug expression. Acting temple master. The acting temple master speaks absolute truth. Yes. Everyone, my junior is here to remind us that today's auspicious hour has passed. The heavenly signs have dimmed. It's no longer suitable to divine further. That's all for today, everyone. Should any troubles arise, you're always welcome to visit Suiban Temple. Junior, there's something important I need to tell you. Come with me for a moment. What is this pose? Like, why did she put her arms up and hold her face like that? Like, what? Shunguang, my eyes are up here. I thought she was looking down a bit. Trying to keep her cool, Senior walks off to the side, mysteriously beckoning you to hurry up and follow her. Hi, how's it going? I noticed that cat is just sitting around. I guess that was the temple's cat. Hi, ma'am. Phew, that was close. Almost blew our cover there. Thanks for playing along. Looks like Bolian's intel still needs some work. Bolian? Senior Shunguang, about that acting temple master title and that Bang Boo backing you up. That's Bolian, right? The one who secretly snuck down from Yunhui Summit to train at Fanglum Heights? We thought Suiban Temple was unattended today, since Shifu and Senior Fufu aren't around either. If someone comes for divination, I'm the most senior disciple here now, so I just took over for a bit, you know? The other day, I was hanging around Waifu Peninsula when I ran into little Bolian. We both nearly jumped out of our skins, thinking the other had been sent to drag us back to Yunhui Summit. So you also sunk down the mountain? Last time we met, last time we met was so brief that we didn't really get to chat properly. Why did you sneak down to the mountain, Senior? Well, for certain reasons. I'm not exactly allowed to leave you to Yukui Summit as I please. Shifu had me in seclusion training for ages. It was so boring I could scream. Just after I came out of seclusion, I heard Shifu had to head into the city for something important. My brother and Senior Fufu probably went with him too. Oh, okay. I guess when my Shifu had to go into the city for something important. I assume she was talking about someone else, because probably went with him too, right? Talk about perfect timing. I assume she's talking about... she's probably talking about Yixuan, but that would mean who the heck is him? My brother, she means Senior, yeah, right? Senior Shunguang's brother. That must be Senior Yixuan. Sorry. Shiyuan. Gosh, Yixuan and Shiyuan are very similar. It's a bit annoying. Sounds like she still doesn't know about what happened. Telling her now would only ruin her mood. Oh, yeah, we don't want to ruin someone's mood by telling them their sibling is lost. Disappeared. With a villain. An exaltist. Superhuman powered person. Telling her now would only ruin her mood. I'll find a better time later. These days, little Bowlion and I have been traveling around Wi-Fi, doing our part to fight evil and help those in need. Oh, and we've heard tons of stories about Shifu and your past adventures. Stuff like foiling the Exaltus conspiracy, resolving crises in the Hollow. Just hearing it all got my blood pumping. But then, my grand adventure hit a teeny tiny problem. I kind of ran out of adventure funds. Alright, they misplaced a quotation mark. Because of... Alright. I left in such a rush and didn't bring enough with me. Alright, so she's broke. She just came crawling for some cash. Crawling back. Sorry. I think I'm bumping the desk again. Just when Bolan and I were at our wits' end, a figure suddenly zipped into sight like whoosh. Zhao?
That was you, Junior Bao. You're my lifesaver, and the only person I can depend on in Wi-Fi now.
I'm really curious what they wrote that couldn't get those previous lines. Like, it had to have been a rewrite for it, and that only the CN languages got to get to immediately, but the other languages had to catch up later. I get really curious what they rewrote. I guess they added that entire opening scene. Just a bit of a time waster, but I guess it lets you see more of her personality. And if that's the case, I can appreciate it. Never mind. Why was that line? I wonder if that was... Gosh, who knows where that line could be from, though, if they're rewriting it. Please, please. You're the only person I'm close to here. You'll take us in, right? Pretty please. Take you in? You're making it sound too formal. Sorry. You're making it sound too formal, Senior. Subian Temple's a Yukui Summit outpost. Naturally, it's your home, too. If you move in, things will only get livelier. Of course, we'd love to have you here. My brother and I both live here, and there are other disciples around, too. If you ever need anything, you can always help out. Or we can always help out. Perfect. But now that you mention it, I do have one teeny tiny little favor to ask. Tiny favor? Go ahead and ask away, Senior.
First, call me Senior a few more times. I'm enjoying it.
Gosh. Alright, her voice squeaked a bit there. But I do think she's a delightful character. She's young but very excited to finally be in a position of authority. Whether good or bad, or for good or bad reasons. Puffing up the pride, I guess. But you know, I think it's very adorable. So I think I still quite enjoy Shunguang from a personality side of things.
Huh?
Ah. And you know what? These lines were voiced, so they really had their priorities straight.
You don't want to?
So, man, I guess they really had set in stone. Alright, she really wants... Gosh, imagine going up and telling someone, yo, please keep calling me master. Huh? No, or at least she's just saying senior, but like, huh?
Sure, no problem. Senior Shunguang?
Yay! Well, I never get tired of hearing senior, but given the situation, just call me Xiaoguang for now. My brother and Shifu call me that. And can I just call you by your name?
I feel like Belle should have been given a chance to respond to that previous statement before she went on to this paragraph. Which I can call that, because she found a fourth line of text. Oh, and about who I am, could you keep it a secret from the others for now? It took a lot for me to sneak down here. If word gets out, Shifu will know in no time and have me dragged right back up the mountain.
Yishuan Shifu's usually so carefree. I didn't expect her to be so protective.
Or maybe they cut something out, like Belle, or the protagonist, initially responding to the first thing she said. Like, we're not getting a response to, can I just call you by your name? Yeah, we're not getting a response to that right now. I promise, if anyone asks, just say, you're my friend who admires Yinhui Summit's way of training. They haven't seen you before, so it'll be fine. Awesome! You're the best, Junior Belle. Yeah, I think... Oh, maybe they cut out... Yeah, with how they were cutting around dialogue, they must have cut out. I can't remember if we greeted each other, but... I think the protagonist was probably supposed to, like, respond to that first thing she said before we went back to silence. Anyway. Awesome! You're the best, Junior Belle. It's settled then. Don't worry. While Shifu's away, if anything happens during our adventures, your senior will protect you with everything she's got. This is my first time being a senior. This is my first time being a senior. It's so fun and satisfying. As Zhao Guang speaks, you hear a voice calling for help from the door. You hurry to the door. Young master, my name is Old Zhao. You call yourself old? Bro, your hair ain't even white. I'm a miner who lives not too far from here. Something's happened over at the old mining site. I ran into some Dweebian Temple disciples on my way here, and they told me to find one of Yishuan Shifu's new disciples. The old mining site? What happened? Some of my fellow workers and one of Banyue Shifu's apprentices are trapped there by the miasma. But isn't there a work stoppage order in place?
What are miners doing there? Isn't Porthalumix under a work stoppage order? As far as I know, the acting manager is definitely supposed to be enforcing that.
Well, it's not technically a production zone. The place had been mined out and abandoned. They started shutting it down years ago. That shutdown was interrupted by the miasma disaster a decade back. Hardly any miners or their families made it out alive. They left their equipment behind, and the mine faded from public memory. But lately, people have been saying the miasma's thinned out, almost like an ebbing tide.
Okay, so like people went back to get the equipment then? You know, money, valuable equipment.
Which got some clueless, promotion-hungry manager thinking it would be a great idea to send a team in and see if they couldn't start things up again.
Oh yeah, he just said they were like clearing it out, right? Yeah, they started shutting it down.
A few miners who had survived the disaster wanted to go back and pick up some keepsakes, so they volunteered to join the team.
I think that's believable, yeah. Yeah, like imagine you had something important that you lost. But after 11 years you can finally get it back? Ooh, that could be pretty pog.
And now look at the mess we're in. That apprentice was supposed to be their muscle, but he hasn't made it back either.
Poor Zalumix already managed to rescue a few. but no one knows how long it'll take to get the rest out. I couldn't get in touch with Banyue Shifu, and the helpers Porcelain sent didn't exactly put my mind at ease, so I came to ask for help from you masters at Suibin Temple. No, masters plural is pretty strong. Don't worry, Mr. Zhao. Please, lead the way. I'll go with you right now. I'll go with you too.
The old mining site? That's exactly where Sarah and Senior Ye went. Perfect. I can investigate, get some solid leads, then tell Shunguang about it.
Only helping out for her ulterior motives, Belle. Come on. And me too, Zhao. Mister, we've got a few things to discuss and prepare first. Could you share the location with us? We'll head over right after. Thank you. Thank you so much. I need to hurry back to help now. I'll be counting on you both. And, gosh. Man, it's hard to tell how anything about the whole process of, writing process, getting dialogue down. But yeah, it's unfortunate how much apparently changed. Like, if they needed to, only get this much of the voices back in, it's, weird what is and isn't in. So it feels like they didn't just add, Shunguang to this opening bit, but maybe they added some dialogue and, a lot more for her opening and appearance. After leaving the details, the miner rushes off in a hurry. Well, you looked like you wanted to say something earlier. Saving a few people trapped in a hollow is a piece of cake for me. Trust me, I can handle it alone. You stay here and keep Suibin Temple safe. I'll be quick. In and out. Promise. There are a few things I need to discuss privately.
I couldn't say it back there, but you've been in seclusion all this time, so I guess Shifu and the others haven't had a chance to tell you.
Tell her what?
The truth is, before we came to Waifei Peninsula, we didn't just run a video store. My brother and I have another job.
Wow, another person to tell.
We also take on commissions as proxies.
Oh, isn't that illegal?
Proxies! So that's your specialty. No wonder Shifu, who rarely takes on disciples, made an exception for you two. That means we could actually...
Yup, we could head into the hollow to save those people. You looked really worried just now. We just gotta let my brother know about the situation first.
Yeah. Helping those in danger is part of what it means to be a disciple of Yunkui's summit. Besides, my brother and I actually go way back with Banyue Shifu. It's been years since we last spoke, but he really looked after us before.
Aww.
If his apprentice is in trouble, I can't just stand by and do nothing.
So you know Banyue Shifu too?
You know Banyue Shifu too? He's helped us out a lot before. Let me try to contact him now.
You try to reach Banyue Shifu, but there's no reply. So you decide to tell Wise about the situation first. Oh, we had his number? Oh wait, actually I do think we texted him. It would be part of the main story somewhere. I thought we did. As part of the main story. This is Pan. Or would it be? No, these are our normal dialogue things. And so I guess it wouldn't be in here because this would only be. Oh no, because this is ZCZ online design. Whatever that is, I don't remember this at all. Yeah, okay, so probably not here. Man, and remember when we actually used this for commissions and stuff? Good times. Oh, is someone here? Oh, wait. Oh, quality time. I unlocked that. Alright, keep it out.
Master, Banyue is currently inside Lemnian Hollow and cannot be reached at this time.
Fair enough.
Fairy says Banyue Shifu is in the hollow. Maybe he already knows about the trapped miners and his apprentice.
Sorry, may I ask who Fairy is?
No.
I am Fairy, a Type 3 general-purpose AI equipped with total sequential integration. I am also Master's supreme assistant, the most versatile companion for holo navigation, data processing, and life management. Last but not least, when Master makes questionable decisions, I offer a modest spark of wisdom to keep things on track.
So true, bestie.
Hello, Miss Ye Shunguang. I have forwarded your lifestyle preference analysis report to Second Assistant, that is, the Master's rather clumsy brother, as an important reference for arranging your guest room.
Aw, how thoughtful, Fairy. Totally not invasive. We don't care about you, Wise.
Miss Xiaoguang, if you're curious about Master's little secrets, such as how many snacks they've been secretly hoarding, whether they talk in their sleep, or which hand they squeeze first when they get nervous, I can also provide you with a report of equal depth. After reading it, you'll understand Master about 89.75% as well as I do.
Fairy, maybe we should talk about that later.
You know, I appreciate the goofy music for Fairy and all of Fairy's antics. We got things to do, man. Trapped miners and all inside a hollow. Sounds dangerous.
Thank you, Fairy. But I think I'll try getting to know Belle on my own. It's more fun to discover things little by little. I'll leave the hollow rescue and the guest room arrangements in your capable hands.
Understood, Miss Xiaoguang. I respect your spirit of discovery, and I look forward to building a peaceful life at Suibian Temple with you.
I appreciate the hotel renovator, Fairy.
I guess Fairy can be considerate once in a blue moon. Alright, back to the matter at hand.
To be fair, Wise, I think it's just you she hates. Which I think would be, entertaining character. You know, characteristic. Belle, you and Zhao Guang should head back first and get ready to go into the hollow. I'll set up the HDD to support you.
All right, the first team up between Phaethon and Xiaoguang begins now.
Phaethon, wow, so you're the legendary proxy I heard about a few days ago? Wow, everyone talks about us. I'm sorry. Saving people comes first. We gotta focus on what's important. Yeah, I'm glad. That didn't take too long, at least. A few days ago? What do you mean a few days ago? That is interesting if that comes back up. We'll see what she means. Furia set up a preliminary grasp of the situation there. Some people from Porcelanumex have been rescued, but their manager, one of the miners, and Banyue Shifu's disciple are still missing. Belle, Zhao Guang and Eos is ready. Do you want to start the hollow rescue now? Let's go. Ooh, this place looks cool. Like the track and that big old building. It looks like that sort of spire.
Huh? Were there always flowers like these in the hollow?
Yeah, man, sure. I mean, yeah, Hollow Zero had flowers, right? I believe, well, the Nineveh, I believe they called it after Nineveh. Yeah, I'll get back to more of that detailed when I can run around in it. Huh? Sorry, she was actually speaking.
I think I've seen flowers like these before. And they don't seem to show any signs of miasma corruption either. That ties back to what old Zhao mentioned earlier. Miasma in Lemnian Hollow seems to be receding like an ebbing tide. Maybe this is one of the signs that the miasma is getting weaker. Places once swallowed by it are starting to show traces of life again.
Oh, does miasma specifically, like, corrupt and degrade life? Like, including flowers? I guess we'll have to see. I guess I think there's probably been some little reports, you know, background lore, probably from Hollow Zero about the effects of the hollow ether on flowers. You know, that's how we also got lore with the Nineveh flower during the banquet. Why did I say banquet? Bouquet. What? I understand how I conflict banquet and bouquet in writing and reading, but why in speech? Anyway, yeah, the bouquet, flower bouquet making event. I get them like face and stuff, but yeah, I think that's still a bouquet, right? I don't know the definition of bouquet.
Is that so? I feel like I've seen these white flowers before. A long time ago. But where was it? Never mind. That doesn't matter now. Let's keep going.
Oh, she has the Qingming sword now. Maybe it's because of a memory of a past life? Or something like that. Maybe. It'll probably be in her tragic backstory.
The path's blocked. Let's use disintegration to clear the obstacle.
No traces of miasma? So that pink, like... I'm forgetting what the middle of a flower is called. Dang, that's definitely something I learned in school. But yeah. No traces of miasma? Really? I mean, there's a couple of little reddish purple pink, you know, effects in the air. I can see that. Oh, wow. Actually, we get a really good look at her design, do I? Dang, there's no camera option, only the pause. Dang. Oh, I can actually move her, though. That's funny. Yeah, alright. So that's what she looks like in combat, I guess. But yeah, I remember learning about that. She has a sword similar to Shiyuan, her brother, which makes enough sense, you know, being siblings and all. That's pretty cool. I like that quite a bit. And it is distinct from the Qingming sword, so we're pretty sure it's not just that. But also pretty sure the Qingming sword itself might be within this. Which is very cool looking. Has a little yin-yang ball. Or yin-yang bot. Whichever. Floating within it. But presumably that's some sort of ether manipulation like Shiyuan does. But, you know, she does it with a bunch of swords, so all of her attacks are physical. It does look to have just electronic jets boosting it. Alright, she has a set range by the looks of it. Yeah. Interesting that it's a type of object that disappears first. Honestly, she doesn't disappear at all. I see. So there's like a different like fade out setting for like people, I assume. Which is why she almost doesn't fade out at all, zooming into her. Until you're like way too close. But like this starts disappearing very quickly just by going past it. Makes it hard to get a good look at it, unfortunately. But I guess it's good for visual clarity if you're not playing as her. Yeah. Cool. Maybe there's a name? There is. That's hard to... It's more of a squiggle, though. A squiggle type of signature. I was just wondering if we could get, like, a product name. But now when you're too close, you don't get to see anything. Yeah. You know, a product name to get lore on who manufactured her little device. Yeah. Very cool. And I slid her onto the rails, which moved her feet for the, you know, the, how would you say? It's sort of same thing they have in Dark Souls, where they have like a, a wall, not hitbox, like collision, I believe, like a collision mesh. Like, my height doesn't change when I move over these rails, but my feet will react to it. Like, there's like the first sort of ground collision is like just a solid object that doesn't change anything for like gameplay. But there's like a second collision. I'm not sure if they do the same thing in Zenless Zone Zero, but in Dark Souls they do it. So like there would be a second sort of collision thing that's more exact to what the environment is like. And so that's used to not have your feet like not have the feet clip too much into the ground and have your legs like react. So at least that's what they do in Dark Souls. I wonder if they do something similar for Zenless Zone Zero. Anyway, my technique. Wow. I also have to keep an eye out for those white text. If it's ever missing, it might go by very fast, or I might not notice it.
Please!
Request received, dear. I'm on. Dear, please leave a 5-star review for today and delete any prior complaints or negative comments. Otherwise...
Otherwise, what exactly, Dialyn?
You'll make sure I get back safe, right? You have to understand how important I am to this operation. If I can't submit the mine reactivation safety report...
Please kindly shut that little mouth of yours. I almost envy how blissfully clueless you are. After causing this mess, you don't even realize it.
Oh. Almost made something fall. I appreciate how playful Dialyn is. You know, having that, sarcasm hidden behind a goofy little cheery voice. That's very enjoyable. Yeah, going for a very threatening character. I think they might be doing the same thing with Zhao, maybe, based on her weapon at least. But we'll see.
How does that saying go? Don't put your foot in your mouth.
Causing a mess? What do you mean?
And yeah, so this guy would presumably be someone way below her. I'm not sure, but maybe he has his own preconceptions on what her role is, and so he thinks himself a big shot. Maybe that's what we're going with. I mean, we're about to see more, but it's fun to make a guess and assumption.
Reasoning with a reckless fool isn't in my job description. I'm only here to deal with a customer complaint you filed a few days ago. Who knew you'd run off somewhere this dangerous?
She's laughing and giggly, but I think there's also a hint of being very annoyed. I really like this voice actress.
Finding the quickest and most efficient fix for every complaint. That's the mission of our TOPS cross-department customer service center. Just think of me as your preschooler's self-service guide. Want me to switch to the kiddie navigation mode while I'm at it?
Yeah, and she's very sarcastic and demeaning. There's a different word. Condescending. I think that's what I'm getting at. That's very fun. Especially for someone who's in the wrong.
You?
Hey, Dialyn, we meet again. What's TOPS Cross-Department Customer Service Center? Weren't you with Krampus?
Shh, times are tough. Gotta keep a few side gigs to stay afloat. Judging by that look, you didn't come here for sightseeing either, huh?
We heard people are trapped here. My friend and I came to help. If you're also here to rescue people, why not join us? It'll be safer that way.
Me? I'm just an unlucky call center operator who came chasing down a customer complaint.
Aw. Fun little woe is me attitude. Presumably she's about to say yes.
But hey, since we're all friends here, I'd be glad to help if you promise to leave me some good reviews so I can hit my quota today.
Okay. I really like this voice actress.
Oops. There I go, running my mouth again. As soon as I say yes to something, trouble pops right up.
A few more ethereals emerge nearby, so you tell the manager you rescued to take cover. Oh, you're Shunguang? Oh, I see. Sorry. It's a small room. But yeah, I see what's happening here. Oh. But they are doing it a bit different now. I remember hearing about the this like tutorial prompt for her, and that made people assume Shunguang would have a tag assist. Yeah. And she'll use her EX special. Okay, so that's all this is though. She'll use it in EX special, so it's not a proper tag assist. Which probably... Yeah. Oh, dang. Okay, is this... Yeah, just a normal Dialyn.
Judging by the way you fight, you're from Yunquay Summit, aren't you? What? Yunquay Summit? No, no way!
Disbelief. Ah, so that's what her EX looks like. Sorry, I was pressing... For some reason I was pressing B.
Pay close attention to what I'm saying.
Alright, is that it? Ooh, I can go exploring? Wow. I'll go this way later. Oh wait, her box is gone. I wonder why. Oh, no, there it is. I see. I wonder if it just sits around someplace. Wait, let's get this real quick. Cool. But there's an invisible wall. Gosh, dang it. Alright, it's fine. Where did I just come from? Oh, I must have come from here, right? Yeah, we came around this corner. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and maybe now I can take a chance to like admire the location. I like it. It's an old rundown town sort of thing. A mining town vibe impression. Oh. Chroma mining. What the heck isn't that a cube from Azure Lane? They're gonna summon a girl who's a ship. Anyway, I have no idea what that could have possibly be for. Maybe a sleeping medicine or a nightlight. That's interesting. Yeah, just a cool vibe for the place. And then that big machine. I was gonna say I think it looks a bit like the pillars at Shiyuan Scott Outpost surrounding Hollow Zero. So I forget what those are for. I assume they were like some sort of funnel, maybe like a sort of reactor fusion center. Like it's for like farming the ether itself from the air or from inside the hollow or near the hollow. This is awful. Since you're the rescue team, get me out of here first. Are there any more survivors ahead? How am I supposed to know? Just get me out of here first. Ow, my whole body hurts so bad. Ow, ooh, ow in my bones. You organized the startup event or whatever it is, and you don't know how many people there are? I've arranged for someone to escort you out. If you keep trying to mess around, I can't guarantee the coordinates I leave will be accurate. There's a miner and a young man. Saving lives come first.
It's easy to hang up on annoying complaint calls, but echoes in your head? Not so simple to quiet down.
What the heck are you talking about, Dialyn? I actually think I have an idea what she means. Oh, I don't think I've ever stood still in Dialyn and saw her idle animation.
I heard an unusual echo.
I guess she hears dead people who don't know they're dead. Okay, we just fought here, so nothing more. Oh, miner ahead. What? A miner? Okay. No, there's a guy over there. You're here to save us, right? I'm fine. I'm not badly hurt, but you gotta help out that young man, quick. Where? Right there. Look down. You'll see. You mean I couldn't see that? Oh, I see. I mean, I can't see. Dialyn is too short. A a kind-hearted young man from Banyue Chief whose martial arts school came with us, doing his best to keep us safe. He tried to help me, but ended up getting stuck at the bottom of this cliff. It's not that big. If someone has big hands, the other person can kind of fly. So thick down there, I don't dare go any lower. All I can do is wait here. We'll find a way. Thank you. I'll leave it up to you guys. Cool. I guess we're going that way. I see. So we can't get the angle on this mini game. All right, fair enough. Yo.
The exaltists were wiped out. Why are these things still here?
I hope that didn't interrupt anything.
The exaltists? I thought the defense force wiped them all out.
All of them?
Didn't expect to see stragglers here. Leaving loose ends like that isn't a good habit. Seems like this place has got more uninvited guests than I thought. You there! Speak up! What are you doing here?
Bunch of snot-nosed brats.
You?
After being ignored, Shunguang looks a bit flustered. And put on a fierce, intimidating look.
Talk now, or we'll stop being nice.
You are ignored again.
Listen, friends. That's not how you interrogate someone. He's got the right to keep his mouth shut, you know? And that's fine. He can stay quiet. But if he can't show his worth, we can always hand him over to the defense force. Hey, you. I've heard that some folks in the defense force hate your kind with a passion. If you end up in their hands, by the time you're ready to talk, they might not be in the mood to listen.
Interesting. I appreciate Dialyn being part of TOPS and a judge, whatever that means. Which I think we actually got a good, decent bit of lore to figure that out and to understand it. Is actually aware of how to interrogate people. But then the young Shunguang and Doofus Bell aren't as confident in their abilities to, you know, get information.
Right now, you're basically an employee trying to pay off your boss's debts after the company's already gone under. No matter how you look at it, you're the one taking the loss.
So makes you really curious why certain lines just couldn't make it in. People really think like corrupted files, which would be interesting, but presumably this affects every single language that isn't Cien. All right, I'll tell you. Just don't tell them I said it. Weren't you acting all ready to die a minute ago? Giving up already? I have enough of living every day in fear. It's all because Lady Sarah suddenly decided we have to go searching for some ancient array. Of course it's Sarah. What kind of ancient array?
Of course it's Sarah. What kind of ancient array?
I read it all right already, Belle.
I'm not gonna lie, I've got no idea.
That's funny. Hold on. Let's contrast that.
I'm not gonna lie, I've got no idea. Bunch of snot-nosed brats.
I got no idea. Those brats. Gosh darn brat. I got no idea.
We've been running around like headless chickens for days. No clue what we're even looking for. She just said to keep an eye out for anything that looked like it was hundreds of years old or didn't belong here.
Who does he sound like? Gosh, I don't know. I don't want to describe it. Describe the voice of how I'm thinking it, but it reminds me of someone. Oh, you know what? It's making me think of the bird-headed guy from Dorohedoro. Let's see. Doro characters. Okay, thanks. Birdman. I can't remember his name. I think the name I'm thinking of right now is for the little dog. Yuzu and Shin Show. It was Johnson. That's the cockroach. I'm in. No, Kikorage was the little dog thing. Was it in the M's? Did I miss it that far up? No, it wasn't. Dang. Characters. Thanks. Alright, well, that doesn't help me. The list of the characters was honestly not that long, so I should have been able to get through that quickly. This is not that important. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on it. Okay, also making sure I wasn't muted. Let's see. Oh, Chota. I could barely tell. Yeah, Chota, the elite magic user, one of the big brass of the N family, and most avid fanatic of N, right? He's the guy who really likes N and then goes along with a plan. Oh, he first appears in episode 27, which is chapter 22. I don't know how many chapters there are in Dorohedoro and how long it is. Is for my own personal knowledge. According to Bing's AI, yes, it is and ended on wait, what? There's only 23 volumes, and this guy. Oh wait, that's just a chapter. You know, good point. Okay, I think it took this AI from this liveanime.org post. 23 volumes. Oh, nice. Hold on. Volumes. I'm sorry. I'm googling for my own personal information. Not like that, but for my own personal. Want to learn some things. Did this cord fall? I hope I don't rush it. I can pull this out then. Good job. Dorohedoro cover. Chapter 1. Chapter 1 covers 7 chapters. Well, that doesn't help me. How many chapters are there? Oh. I see. Okay, hold on. So there's 23 volumes and 167 chapters. Got it. All right, that helps a lot. And so welcome, Mr. Mushroom. Monsters, la la la. I'm trying to guess where I ended up. Oh, it's probably about 5 volumes, right? Oh, they could squeeze in a lot then. Hopefully the next season is good. It was supposed to be. Season 2 was supposed to come out this year, and now it's not. And I hope that means it'll be better than something like One Punch Man season 3. I haven't even cared to see season 2 of One Punch Man TBH. But I have seen Mob Psycho recently. I'm not an anime person. I don't really watch that much TV in general. But Mob Psycho season 1 and 2 were pretty good. I adore episode 4 and 5 of season 2 of Mob Psycho 100. That was great. Anyway, yeah, this guy sounds like I already forgot his name. Bird head guy from Dorohedoro anime.
Honestly, I don't think she even knows what she's looking for herself.
Yeah, you know, I could totally picture him saying that about Nanako. Isn't Hanako the Broadway in Digimon Cyber Sleuth? Anyway.
Rotten luck. I thought joining the Exaltis would turn my life around, but not long after I signed up, the Overseer died. And now I'm just running and hiding, living in fear.
That's so funny. You joined and then the boss dies. That's hilarious.
You know what? Just hand me over to the Defense Force already. I'm done.
Alright, thank you. You can still turn over a new leaf. Shut up. Don't give him hope.
Don't give up hope. You can still turn a new leaf and start over.
In prison.
Start over? The only ones starting over are the sacrifices Lady Sarah reverted back.
Wait, sacrifices reverted? What do you mean?
Oh, that's complicated. After Overseer Mevarok died, the Creator gave Lady Sarah some kind of power. I saw it with my own eyes. She turned several sacrifices back to normal. No trace of corruption at all.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, it makes sense there to be a lot of power, seeing as Mevarok, Isolde was able to, I guess, peer into Yishuan's mind and pull out an entity based on her own sister. Which, to be honest, wow, that was underused as heck. It was just a boss of the immediate chapter after that happened. It really was a, well, that just happened, and then nothing else. Gosh, I still don't understand why it was her sister at all. Anyway.
She called it, return to the origin.
In the visions, Senior Ye said Sarah freed him from his nightmares. She must have used the same power.
I mean, a bit different. Like, I guess if it's just a time rewound, well, it's insane. But, like, blocking out the head and then, like, you know, nightmares from, you know, hurting someone's brain, you know, or torturing someone by constantly being there because of its, like, constant fear. That feels different from your whole body is contorted and corrupted by the corruption of ether and, well, miasma. Feels a bit different, but, you know, Belle came to this conclusion, so she's probably correct.
Stuff like that's way above my pay grade. But ever since Lady Sarah inherited the Creator's authority, she's gotten more and more mysterious. No one knows what she's up to. The only one still tagging along with her is that gloomy guy.
Gloomy.
Who's she with?
Are we gonna do... that doesn't matter. Are we gonna do that sort of thing? Senior, yeah?
Oh no. Could that be?
We are doing exactly that. Come on, Belle. Come on. I think that's silly. I think it's a bit silly to keep it from her. I think there's a good conversation to be had on whether or not Belle should tell her right now about it. You know, if someone gets too worried and all, but we're not engaging with that, I guess we're just assuming it'd be a bad idea from Belle. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
Master, your heart rate just spiked to 140 BPM. That's caught red-handed stress levels. Your brainwaves are showing intense activity in the panic topic change zone.
All right, I like you, but you're getting a bit too on the nose of what she's doing and explaining the joke.
If you try to change the subject now, your pitch will rise by 15% and your speech speed by 40%. Credibility predicted to drop below baseline.
Okay, maybe I appreciate that, because she's literally saying, all right, if you try to lie now, you will be incredibly suspicious.
Belle?
Question him later.
We should prioritize saving people. How about we just restrain him for now and...
Oh yeah, right. Tommy's trapped in a well or something. So we have to go follow Cassie? Yeah. To save Timmy from the well.
Yeah. What matters now is finding the trapped people. I'll hold him in place for the time being.
Uh-huh.
Well then,
Let's keep moving.
Alright, guys, let's mosey. Dialyn's smile lingers, faint, knowing, but she doesn't oppose your decision. Okay, where the heck did she run in from? I was just admiring Blick really quickly there. Anyway, I'd love to explore, but I'm feeling pretty confident exploring isn't really part of the game here.
By rubble.
Like, imagine if we actually had to.
Massive piece of rubble. Let's take a look around.
Oh, this isn't real at all. It doesn't even have physics to make me step on it. Oh, like the rails. That's weird. That's a weird choice. But I guess if there's going to be enemy encounters here, that's... Okay, also, I could not run out of that. Is this EO? Am I getting trapped in by EOs? Alright. Rubbish. Obstacle. A huge boulder is blocking the tracks with what appears to be flammable ore scattered around. It's flammable? What? How do you know it's flammable? It's red? Oh, good point. This is a video game. If it's red, the rock is flammable. You know, because coal isn't a thing, I guess. It might not be. Maybe you can try using disintegration to detonate the flammable ore. You don't have enough flammable ore here, but that minecart over there is packed with it. First activate... Don't explain the puzzle to me, come on. Come on, let me... Wow. Is that what that lever does?
Looks like we need to pull the lever first to activate the right track.
Never make a wrong decision, game. Come on. Let me push it and have it slide all the way over here. And for the people to say, no, come on, we have to push it the other way. I don't know. That's very silly, I think. Come on, be a video game. Let me make choices that are bad ones.
Then we need to push the minecart to the rubble, right?
No, come on. Whee! Okay, cool. And now we just stare at it, right? Oh wait, yeah. Okay, it doesn't explode with us then. Alright, we are pretty close though, come on. Alright, we're heat resistant.
Should be inside.
You know, if the game was very based.
Better use disintegration again.
You better use it again. Why did she say it like that though? That's a fun poster. I like that one. Oh wait, also... Oh, gosh dang it. I can't take photos. They took off my photo button. But I think that's fun. I like the slashes and sparks she has on the things, on the environment around her. That's really cool. I appreciate the tiny little ears poking up for the person. Yeah, I think it would have been hilarious if the game was funny, and if you were too close when you activated it, you take damage. And just so you learn it the one time. It wouldn't be a big deal, I don't think. So, you know. And I think main story like this is super easy, so it's, you know, part of why it's not a big deal. I don't know. I think it's okay to have a bit of exploration within the main story too, so I don't really like... I felt like some things could have been added. Ning Qian? I wouldn't know at all how to pronounce this actually.
Thanks for saving me back there. I'm Ning Qian.
Ning Qian, I got it.
Rep 2493. Dialyn here. No need to thank me. Though, if you really want to, feel free to hop on the TOPS website, navigate to the bottom right corner, and click Contact Us to send a nice little thank you email. Don't make the title too dramatic, though, or the system might flag it as spam. Something like, Commendation. Perfect service from Cross Department Rep 2493 would be perfect. What do you think?
I do think it's funny, the idea that she really is a cross-department rep just because it's more money. So it really is just a side gig for when she's not doing presumably her normal task of being part of Krampus.
My friend here was just joking. She works at Tops. Just call her Dialyn. I'm Belle, disciple of Yunque Summit, now training at Swabian Temple. This is my friend Shunguang. She's a mystic too. And this is my assistant Eos. We heard people were trapped in the miasma here, so we came to help.
I see. It's rather embarrassing to admit, but some miners had asked Shifu for help, saying they needed protection while recovering valuables in this area. Shifu happened to be away at the time, so when I heard the miasma in Lemnian Hollow was receding, I thought maybe I could handle this myself. After all, I've trained under him for some time now. But I underestimated how dangerous it was. I got separated from the miners and ended up trapped here myself.
That's so sad. I was thinking, I think he has a new haircut for the NPCs. At least, maybe one of the, escalator, or not escalator, but like, attendants at Waifu Peninsula has the same kind of hair. I think maybe, but I think he has a rare one. I don't know. His design seems pretty cool, you know, for an NPC.
The Shifu you mentioned, was it Banyue Shifu?
Let's see. Okay, I guess he didn't say Banyue, so that's fine.
Yes.
I thought he did.
Do you know him?
We do! Not long ago, he helped me and my companions get through some big trouble. Helping his disciple now is the least I can do.
I think he was talking to Shunguang, but sure, man, we can answer.
I see. What a coincidence. It's not safe here. We should go. The hollow's unpredictable. Please, be careful.
No, it's fine. We're trained pros. It's her! Holy crap, it's her! It's her! It's her!
But I'll do my best not to slow you down.
It'd be funny if he was actually.
Too much pressure on yourself. Another pair of hands is always going to be helpful.
I wish he was running around with us to actually attack. Oh wait, why did it direct me there? I thought we were going that way. Oh, I see.
Our time playing hooky is valuable too.
Ow. Also, man, that damage, that's really low. Oh, guys.
It never ends! I'll handle you all at once! I'm right here! After hearing countless voices of the dead, why not listen to your inner voice?
We're saved. It's Banyue Shifu.
I'm glad he did his epic pose towards Dialyn. Yeah.
Banyue Shifu always shows up right on time.
Fret not, I am here.
Oh, dang, my bad.
I stand unyielding. Mountainous strength.
Now what's the complaint?
Back off. There are more evil creatures lurking over there.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has lasers. Oh, I thought we'd actually go up there. Dang. I don't know. Well, it ends immediately. Yeah, I guess. It was weird that it directed us here. The wait, where to go icon. Oh, hey. Zhao, are you there? It'd be funny if we could see Zhao. If they did the thing where if the camera notices Zhao, or is in the direction Zhao is, you know, pointed upward, then she like bounce away or something. I'm trying to figure out his skills. I understand basically how his combos go, but I know none of them myself. Oh yeah, these guys. These are just
More of them.
Carbati.
It is no issue. He is not much of a threat. Keep yourself safe. Wait! Crumble! Wait! No mountains last forever!
Yeah, he's so cool.
Don't run. I stand unyielding. Mountainous strength.
Yeah, it's just a boss from before, but with extra combos, which is kind of cool.
Is everyone okay?
Shifu.
Thanks for stepping in, Banyue Shifu. We feel much safer with you here.
Thank you for helping out.
Miss Dialyn, your aura seemed shaky when I arrived. Is there something on your mind?
Nothing. I was just distracted for a moment.
It's nothing. I was just distracted for a moment. That's interesting. I assume I was just distracted for a moment is coming up next? No, that's weird.
Sorry, Shifu. I acted rashly. I thought I could save people, but I only ended up putting everyone at risk.
Don't do it again. Tomorrow morning you owe me 300 strikes on the practice dummy.
Interesting to see the much more stern side of him. I also finally noticed that purple. I think I was trying to see GS, but I won't tell you how I got from purple to GS. That Pokeball. No, actually I found it. I started saying Pokeball, then merged to something else and somehow got to purple. But yeah, that's definitely a Pokeball on his shoulder.
Yes, Shifu.
I've told you before, your fists must be able to defend yourself before they can save others. Compassion only counts if it's as solid as your punch. Rendering assistance beyond your strength is a second disaster. You reached for the drowning and became the stone pulling them down.
Oh, well, that's a very blunt and almost cruel way to put it.
Yes, Shifu. I'll remember this and accept my due punishment when we return.
Yeah, and that his demo, I believe, demo trailer was all about, have you used violence to reprimand your students? He sure is strict with his disciples.
Shifu is usually so humble and easygoing. Who would have thought he'd be such a strict teacher? Very different from Shiyuan Shifu.
Yeah, I think very believable, at least. You know, imagine trying to help people out and then you die because you suck. It's life and death, literally, man.
Shifu, do you still remember me?
Yes, Shunguang. I saw you when I arrived. But when facing an enemy, all distractions must be put aside.
Aw. How focused and cool of him.
Right. Facing an enemy is like holding water in your hands. One crack and it all spills. That's why, no matter how strong or weak your opponent is, you must give full focus. That's something my brother and I learned from you when we were little.
It has been some time since I've seen you last. You've grown taller, and your heart is as bright as ever.
Wait, Shunguang, were you Banyue Shifu's disciple?
Yes, I mean, sure, something like that, man. That or at least taken in, because it sounds like they were very young.
Oh, I don't consider myself worthy of being called a true master. I only showed Shunguang and her brother a few basic moves before they went to train with Shiyuan Shifu. Now I just run a martial arts school, teaching people how to fend for themselves. That's all.
I was taken aback for a second because I did notice he also said Yixuan. It's Yixuan. Yeah, he pronounced the ya in Yixuan. It's whatever. But yeah, just another note that I think only the voice actors say their own character's name correctly, so that's where I differ. And then the CN pronunciation above anything, I guess, if it's the same name.
You're far more than that.
You're a disciple of Yixuan Shifu from Yunquai Summit. I've heard your sect is full of gifted mystics. It's an honor to meet you.
Oh, Yunquai Summit. When we were fighting earlier, I couldn't help noticing your sword case. It looks very interesting. Ye Shunguang of Yunquai Summit. Inside that case must be the Qingming sword, right?
Grunt. And this very different serious music. I think this is new. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. That's very interesting. Yeah, this is definitely new. I don't think I've ever heard this before. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, from her own intel, which is Tops' intel, like they are aware of the Qingming sword. Probably have a good understanding, or at least we're able to find out plenty of information if they were able to deduce not just who has the Qingming sword, but what it would be in. Qingming sword, Xiaoguang Yu.
The Qingming sword? Xiaoguang Yu? Then that means...
Why are you looking at me like that?
Yixuan Shifu told me about the side effects of the Qingming sword. You just did all that fighting. Are you feeling alright? This is all my fault. I shouldn't have let you come with me on this rescue mission without knowing the full story first.
Hey, relax. See? I'm fine. Shifu must have told you all the scary rumors about this sword, but probably didn't mention the sword case, huh? Don't worry. This case is something Shifu crafted after years of research. It keeps me safe from the sword's price.
Yeah, how cheery.
I can channel the case to defend myself. As long as I don't break the seal and draw the blade itself, there's nothing to worry about.
Oh, that's good, bestie. That's hard to believe.
Really?
I didn't pick that option, hey.
It's true. If you don't believe me, you can ask Banyue Shifu.
Yes, that is what Yixuan Shifu has explained.
Yeah, he says that full of trust. Yeah, he doesn't sound very confident in... Yes, that's what she explained. Is that what he believes, though?
You scared me. I thought my recklessness had put you in danger.
Yeah, you're very presumptive, Belle.
Even so, Xiaoguang, you should always be cautious.
Yeah, but that also in line with how he's typically like. Always focus on the enemy, no gaps. And that also means always cautious of the destructive sword that tears away your anything into nothingness.
Yes, I will. Please relax. Shifu had me train in seclusion over and over to reinforce the effects of the case. Otherwise, I wouldn't be standing here in one piece right now.
Yeah, I see. She's very giggly in all her lines to, putting everyone else at ease, because it's not that serious, guys. That's very fun.
Speaking of which, I have a small favor to ask. Please keep my presence in Wi-Fi Peninsula a secret.
And she whispered secret.
Did you sneak down here?
I mean, he's also a teacher. He's not down for that.
Yes? But this isn't the place to talk. Let's leave this
Yes!
and then I'll explain everything to you.
I like the way she said yes, but I don't think it matched quite well. it was more of a confused yes instead of a yes. You know, I feel like maybe it would have been appropriate to be more maybe. Yeah, because it wasn't quite that with the way she said it, I think.
Oh, my. Sorry to interrupt. I stepped out for a moment only to witness a touching reunion, but my supervisor's probably about to show up. I've got some things to take care of, so I'll head out and let you enjoy your reunion.
I wonder if Zhao is their supervisor.
Thank you so much for today, Dialyn.
Getting you all into my debt's gotta be a pretty solid performance boost, huh? Don't forget to leave me a good review, everyone!
Why do I not feel like reading that sentence? Dialyn's petite figure gradually fades from sight. Okay. I don't know.
We've
Sorry.
rescued everyone who was trapped. So, shall we?
Yes, let's head out.
The sound of everyone's footsteps fades into distance, but Dialyn, who left earlier, returns from the way she came, with a knowing yet slightly mischievous smile on her face. At this moment, Dialyn hears some unusual voices of deceased coming up from up ahead. Oh, Lady Sarah, I'm begging you, have mercy, please. Why? That Shiyuan, you think he's truly devoted? He's truly the devoted one? You knew it all along. You knew that he... The pleas for mercy came to an abrupt end.
Is it my shift again?
Oops, looks like I stumbled up on some secrets again. The mission comes first. Let's wait and see how things play out.
Next up, we're off to see that impatient supervisor.
Yep, as expected. I don't think I said it this time, dang it. But there she is. Oh my gosh, it's her! Holy crap, it's her! Whoa! I thought I saw something. Holy crap, it's her!
How does it feel to play the role of a warm-hearted person?
Hey. That's nice. That implies you normally aren't.
I'm not warm-hearted. Just
No,
trying to get
really.
some good reviews to boost my performance. And helping out my new friends along the way.
Hey, that sounds pretty warm-hearted, but yeah, that's funny. I'm not warm-hearted. That's fun. I like that.
You're really getting into it. As your colleague, I would like to remind you not to forget about the task.
That's very exposition of you, Zhao. Thank you.
The task? Do you mean from Tops or the boss? You're a cunning one. As Krampus's judge, whose orders do you truly follow? Whose will do you carry out? Can there be any other answer? I'm just joking. You're always so strict, Senior Zhao. I'll retrieve that thing myself. So, did my kind-hearted senior come all this way to lend me a hand?
Alright, Zhao. Okay, I think I was saying Zhao, you know, because I just don't know. But alright, if she says Zhao, then maybe. I'll have to listen out for when Zhao says her own name.
Lend you a hand? Even as colleagues, there has to be some sort of exchange. Since the boss allows my code of conduct, I won't act without the chance of receiving something in return. Just as I expected. Don't worry. I don't intend to owe you a favor so lightly. After all, you are a meat-eating rabbit, Senior Zhao.
You know, wait. I can't remember where that was relevant. And when I first saw like a little like post on Reddit mentioning it. But what? What the heck does that? What? Huh? Alright. Are rabbit tyrants normally herbivores? Or herbivorous? How would you say? Alright, saying carnivorous was much easier. Herbivore, carnivore, herbivores. Yeah, I guess. Herbivorous. Anyway, yeah, okay. I guess maybe. I guess it would make some sense if you're a Thyran. Maybe you're inclined towards Like the same way Nekomata is inclined towards fish, I guess. And I guess cats are, I guess, commonly associated with enjoying fish a lot. So I guess being a Thyran might influence the type of food you prefer. So I guess, of course, a meat-eating rabbit probably is supposed to mean something else, judging by her weapon.
Good, you understand. If you mess up your mission, cleaning it up will cost extra. You'd better start soon to avoid complications.
I have no intention of giving up my own target, but I'll have to wait a little longer.
Wait for what? Don't forget, when I checked its operation logs, I confirmed. It's the Purge Unit Type 0. Or in other words, the killing machine designed to suppress miasma.
Don't forget, yeah. And this is kind of something that's annoying me a bit. They're having a don't you remember type of exposition conversation. Like it's constantly told in a way where they keep repeating information they already know just to catch us, the viewer, up on in line with everything.
Haven't you also visited the place where Tops deployed it all those years ago and confirmed the truth, as you call it?
Interesting. What did the Purge unit do? I'm worried I might be leaned a bit too far back to make comments. But what was the truth? I mean, based off the music video, Big Shot turned him back on. Isn't that what we confirmed? I think I'm using a piece of dialogue that's yet to come. At these words, Dialyn lowers her gaze, and her smile vanishes entirely. The scent of blood fills her mind, her gaze sinking into a cold, scrutinizing stare. Oh, alright. So clearly, yeah, it's alright. I don't know if I somehow didn't talk about it, but yeah, she clearly can hear the dead or something like that, to that effect. Probably effects of the miasma. Though I do remember Vivian, I believe, has her visions outside of Hollow, so it's not like exclusive to like being surrounded by the wibbly wobbly timey wimey Hollow's spatial distorting place. But I would assume this would be exclusive to the Hollows, unless within the Lemnian Hollow alone, right? Dialyn slowly walks through a stretch of long, silent ruins within the Lemnian Hollow alone. The silent rubble echoes with endless resentment, wailing in her ears. Dying screams pierce her eardrums, like shards of glass scraping against her nerves. A blast erupts amidst the chaos, tinged with the smell of rust. The sharp curse crashes to the ground, gouging a searing hole in her mind. Thick, vicious wails flow forward, and the halved words severed by slaughter like barbed anchors, drive deep into the listener's eardrums. When she closes her eyes, the voices of the dead clamp around the throat, turning into bruises that coil and spread, until the sole listener seems to taste the blood in her own throat. drawing herself away from the recent memories, she lifts her eyes again, and the coldness that once swirled our Dialyn's gaze is gone.
Don't worry. I'm not questioning the accuracy of your information, Senior Zhao. It's just that there's yet another thing to chase down.
What is it?
Earlier in the hollow, did you hear any strange sounds?
Hearing the dying voices of people inside the hollow. Your ability certainly expands Krampus's intel network.
Yeah, I'm glad we get the expositing confirmation of her abilities. Still, I don't love this type of dialogue. I guess to talk on that moment, yeah, that was very interesting. Having that sort of power is vaguely intriguing, but yet clearly a cruel thing, because you're constantly hearing the ends of people's lives, and especially in something with the slaughter of multiple individuals, let alone a massive group. And then it goes into Banyue's own backstory. What was he doing? What's his backstory? Sorry. But yeah. Clearly he killed a bunch of people, but why? For what reason? He was a purge unit, number 0 in fact. That sounds like a very first one. Interesting.
The boss will use anyone as long as it benefits
Okay.
Krampus, and I've got no objections to that. But tell me, are you showing off your ability in front of me right now?
Ow. Kinda hurts that my favorite senior is being so defensive with me. I'm not talking about the voices of the dead. It's my own voice.
Huh? Your own voice?
Mm-hmm. That's why I find it so interesting. Hearing strange sounds in the hollow isn't anything unusual for me. But hearing my own voice, that's a first.
Oh, that's so sad. I guess she's gonna die.
Could it be that I actually died a long time ago and forgot about it? And what stands before you now is nothing but a shadowless ghost.
You should cut back on these lame jokes while you're on duty. I'll look into what you mentioned. Just remember, stay focused on the main mission.
Alright, we're back to silence. That took me a minute, because I think her mouth was moving to, like... I think her lips were moving to, like, the words, but then she just didn't say anything. No problem. By the way, that poor Salumex idiot I saved. What are you planning to do with him?
Saving him did make your entrance more believable, but anyone who takes credit for acting on their own is always unpredictable. And I don't like that kind of unpredictability.
Oh, well, rest in peace. Interesting. You know, I was thinking these flowers look very traced with my asthma. But yeah, is that it? We had a little cutscene to see them leaving. Yeah, it looks like we're back to the rest then. After leaving the hollow with Banyue Shifu and the others, Shunguang tells them everything that had happened. I finally managed to finish training in seclusion only to find out that Shifu, my brother, and Senior Shifu and Senior Pan were all away from the temple. I was so bored.
Since I haven't been back here for so many years, I wanted to come and see it for myself. I thought, if it were you, you'd understand.
Fine.
Aw. He's grumpy. He thinks he made a bad choice.
For now, Yishuan Shifu won't hear anything from me.
Really?
But you have to promise me that you won't put yourself in danger or use the Qingming sword. During the investigation, wherever you go, I'll go with you.
Aw. How watchful of him.
Banyue Shifu, you are the best! I promise!
By the way, what should we do with the Exaltist we captured? Should we hand him over to the defense force, or...
can question him a bit more first. But before that, Xiaoguang, there's something I need to tell you.
Dang, I mean, we just learned that she has the Qingming sword, man. Because I think that's a more fitting reason to question whether or not you should tell her something. Because now we're about to tell her, oh, well, I assume we're about to tell her that her brother's with the big bad. And now she might have reason to be using that Qingming sword.
I have something I want to ask you, too. Since you spoke first, you go ahead.
Actually, Senior, he didn't leave with Yixuan, Shifu, and the others. You tell Zhao Guang about what you hid from her. Oh, phew. I was gonna ask whether you'd been keeping something important from me. You looked so nervous just now. I didn't expect it to be about my brother. Oh, thank goodness. Huh? Sure, I can be a little reckless and all, but my brother's always been discreet and level-headed. If he made a choice like that, there must be more to it than it seems. Oh, okay. She, along with Yixuan and the rest, are very confident that, yeah, this guy's good. He's got this. He knows what he's doing. Since you were already looking into his whereabouts, let's go together and get to the bottom of this.
Shiyuan has always been careful in what he does, but in case something has gone wrong this time, I'll help you with the investigation.
You're not angry?
So, you're not angry?
At first, I was a bit angry when I sensed you were hiding something from me. But I'm also relieved you didn't continue to keep it from me.
I'm sorry, Xiaoguang. My brother and I were hesitant at first, but based on the information we have now, you deserve to know.
Sure.
I understand. You were just worried I might act recklessly. But don't worry, I promise from now on, no more going behind your back.
Well, were you going behind her back?
Please promise me you won't hide anything from me anymore, okay?
Sure.
All right, I promise. Pinky swear.
Oh my gosh, you be carried getting men.
Fair. Now, let's ask the others for more information.
You have to do. I don't know why I said freaking Millie reference. I don't even think I said it right. Yeah, okay, I did say it right. Yubikiri Genman. I probably said it wrong. Meaning is a traditional Japanese gesture where two people intertwine their pinky fingers and make a solemn promise. The phrase Yubikiri Genman Uso Suitara Hari Senbon Nomasu translates to pinky promise. If you lie, you will swallow 1,000 needles. Alright, Yubikiri Genman. I learned that from Millie. Wow. Great song. Yubikiri Genman da da da. It's been so long since I've heard it. I should listen to it again. Zhao Guang's expression returns to normal as she turns to the captured exaltist.
The person you just mentioned, the one always with Sarah? Was it Shiyuan from Yunquay Summit?
Was it Shiyuan? I feel like she said it a bit robotically.
The person you just mentioned, the one always with Sarah? Was it Shiyuan from Yunquay Summit?
Shiyuan? Yeah. I suppose, it's probably right.
Yes, that's him. Just some outsider who defected halfway through, yet Lady Sarah trusts him more than any of us.
Defected? Why did he defect? Do you know?
To meet the creator, of course.
Duh.
Then, what do you need the ancient array for? Aside from searching for the array, are there any other plans?
I'm pretty sure he said he has no idea what the array is.
Lady Sarah got her hands on some old beat-up book. Ever since she brought it back from some market in Phylum Heights, she's been obsessed. She ordered us to search for the array, said it's key to our audience with the creator. As for anything else, I've got no clue. I'm not that high up the chain. I've been busting my back all this time, never complained, never quit, and still, I'm worse off than some guy who used to be our enemy.
I like this guy. I think his voice is great.
Why would my brother get involved with the Exaltists and take part in such a dangerous mission?
Perhaps he's already secretly contacted Yishuan Shifu and plans to wipe out the remaining Exaltists in one strike.
Yeah, sis. That makes sense.
Why would Shifu possibly keep that from me and my seniors?
Or perhaps there's a reason he didn't tell Yishuan Shifu?
In the vision I saw, Senior Ye said he wanted to save someone, and that it was connected to his nightmares. He also said before that he hasn't slept well since returning to Waifei Peninsula. Shunguang, do you know anything about this?
She was in isolation, so probably not.
Nightmares. Has my brother been having nightmares again? Sorry,
Shunguang seems to have recalled something unpleasant. Better ask her about it later.
I don't think I needed this piece of dialogue. I think this is very unnecessary. You can just go to the next line, which is, forget I asked, or we'll get back to you on that. You know? Like, this is all information you get from a line of dialogue, which she's probably about to voice.
I was just curious. This info doesn't sound too reliable anyway. Let's focus on
Okay,
something more concrete.
I wouldn't say something like that.
Sarah's last seen at the porcelain market. Let's start from there.
But yeah, maybe he confided in Shunguang what his nightmare was, so that could be meaningful, because if she knows his nightmare is her dying... Uh-oh.
I can come along tomorrow and help you all ask around. Consider it my way of thanking you. I want to be the one to hand these Exaltus remnants over to the defense force.
What about your punishment?
That's fine by me.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Thank you, Ningqian.
Ningqian, I'll try to remember that too. Qi, right? Qi for Qi. So Qian. A moment later, after parting with everyone, Ningqian doesn't hand over the purse to the defense force as promised, huh? Get out of here, go far away and find yourself a new life. You're letting me go? Just who are you? Are you one of Lady Sarah's people? Did she send you to help me? You were played like a fool. Did you really think she cared for you? Oh, I guess he's a backstabber. Or, no, he's just trying to convince him. We'll see. What's that supposed to mean? That woman. She's too obsessed with the creator. There's no way you can trust her. Looks smart on the surface, but might just be another pawn being played like a fiddle. But I don't think that person will succeed either. They seem to be living for... I don't think that person will succeed either. They seem to be living for others too. Not worth my sympathy. What on earth, pawn? That person? Someone who actually thinks I'm worth trusting. Whatever. Why am I even telling you all this? Just go. Forget about the Exaltus and everything that happened today. No need to thank me. I simply have no choice myself. So I wanted to try giving you another choice. Sorry. I think I was written in a confused way. So a couple of repeated words and you know, the intentional obfuscation with that choice of that person. Ningqian's expression remains unreadable as he watches the stumbling yet light-footed figure disappear into the crowd. Interesting. And over at Suibin Temple, after a day of commotion, everything has finally settled into silence. So Banyue Shifu and Zhao knew each other from way back when. Zhao far stronger than the ordinary person, and now with Banyue Shifu, she should totally be able to guarantee everyone's safety. That'll make things way easier. I'm still worried about this Qingming sword. Excuse me? Sorry. Yeah, I get what you're worried about. I mean, look at what happened to Yishuan Shifu's sister. Right, sorry. Fortunately, I only have one monitor, so I still want to check back and look that I have the mic on, because I definitely spent an hour, or maybe less, maybe more, with it off before during a stream, so... And all those sword masters that came before her. Having your memory, senses, and your life drained away, that's way too heavy a price to pay. But since Yixuan Shifu placed a seal on the sword case, she must have discovered more about the side effects of the Qingming sword. For now, let's just trust Shifu. From now on, we should be more careful. It's best to avoid letting Zhao Guang get into any dangerous situations where she'd have to draw her sword. Hope we can find some new clues. For sure. Oh right, Zhao Guang's guest room is all set up. We've referenced Fairy's lifestyle preference analysis report. The other seniors at the temple helped out a lot, along with Beelion and Bowlion. Go check on Zhao Guang. When we first came to Shiyuan Temple, Senior Ye and the other disciples were super sweet to us. Now it's our turn to treat Zhao Guang to the best. Aw, how nice of you, man. Oh, is this her room? Yeah, our room is there. Wow. And then we have a space here for whoever that might be Yixuan's room. We have a really big room. It feels like this was probably Yixuan's. Yeah, this is like way smaller. Aw. Yo, flowers. Blooming potted flowers look vibrant. Zhao Guang must be taking good care of them. She just got here. She has a fan? Do we even have a fan? Is that a coffee maker? The coffee maker with details that only appear if you get this close to it? Is that her diary? Oh, is this where I have to be for the event that I haven't even done yet? Also, I do want to know, wow, that was a good camera view. Do we even have a... Oh, man. Oh, wow, we do. I don't think I ever noticed those. They're in the classic, Shiyuan Temple green. That is to say, it doesn't have much green, but the green we do have is notable. I thought there were trees out here. Okay, well, I guess there was an expression. Okay. I want to talk to Shunguang first, and then I'll might close up. Oh, look, it's Yuan. Oh, bookcase. Okay, bookcase. Get some interesting books later. Help her take her mind off of stuffiness from being in seclusion. Everyone pitched in to perfect this place. Hope you like it, Zhao Guang. Do you like the room? Wow, you managed to make this place so neat and beautiful in just one day. I really can't thank you all enough. Everything's perfect. I love it. Just call me Senior Qingyuan and Junior like Junior Bell does. She told me you're really interested in our training at Yunhui Summit. Since you've got this connection, we at Shiyuan Temple will naturally show you proper hospitality. Thanks, Senior Qingyuan. Being with everyone makes me feel so much more at ease. It's totally different from traveling alone. I heard this place used to be even livelier. It'd be so much better if everyone were here. You can wait for them all to come back. Yeah, Zhao Guang, make yourself at home. If anything you need, or if you want Belle to go, if you want to go shopping or grab a bite, just ask me or Belle. Okay, this is my little home in Feilum Heights now. You must both be exhausted today, right? Why not get some early rest? After saying goodnight, Senior Sister Xingyuan goes to rest. Everyone's so thoughtful. Too bad I can't reveal my identity right now. Once I find my brother, I'll definitely make a proper apology to all my fellow disciples. Don't worry too much, Zhao Guang. I would never doubt my brother's intentions. I'm just worried about his safety. So please help me investigate. You worked so hard, so go get some rest soon. See you tomorrow. Night. See you tomorrow. Okay, well, she should have teleported me. Come on, I can't even talk to her. That's fine. Man, she has a little bed and a sofa. Oh, man. We have a whole TV, man. Oh, sucks. Probably like a disciple thing. Like, we're like too much of a normal people disciple. We need the TV to function properly as human beings. Alright, is this our going to sleep goodbyes? So, did Zhao Guang like the room? She really likes it. Looks like Fairy also prepared some casual clothes for Zhao Guang on your behalf. When the right opportunity comes, you should ask Zhao Guang to try them on and see if she likes them. Thank you, Fairy. Right, but first we need to find out where Xingyu is. Sarah went to Port Soon Market, and since it's got something to do with the ancient tomes, maybe you and Zhao Guang can go to the antique shop tomorrow and ask around. So curious about that ancient tome. Anyway, let's leave it for tomorrow. Time to get some rest. Meanwhile, on the other side. Dang, it's not voiced. She has a really nice model, yeah. Very pretty. Though, unfortunately, I've noticed her chest clipping into her arm, which is an interesting problem to have. I would never relate. So this is the side you've been hiding. I bet the people around you never had a clue.
Should I call them adorably oblivious or applaud your flawless performance?
Yeah, it's still really weird what lines are or aren't voiced. Maybe it just didn't play. Never mind. Wow. Facing Sarah's gaze, Shiyuan walks out from the shadows, his expression calm.
I never intended to hide this power from them. I just never found the right moment to tell them.
Oh, so he was wrong. I do like that little thing they're doing with the hair. His hair is dark and gets lighter on the tips. Well, you know, they do the opposite for Shunguang. I still just don't like the away and how dark it gets, how much it contrasts between the white and browns. Something about that, it just isn't appealing. I assume it's for her final form, which we've seen in trailers.
Ever since I returned to Wi-Fi, the longer I was trapped in that nightmare, the clearer this form became.
I like how he's so edgy and evil looking right now, but he still has little bunny rabbits on his shoulder. Tell me, why is it after you erased my nightmare, I can't hide this form anymore? Wait, is that just how he looks all the time, but he hides it? Like he's focusing his power, but when he gets evil, he just looks like that? Like his clothes change and everything? Sorry. Though, I suppose it does make it easier to move unnoticed.
You should know better than anyone. It's not that I did anything to you. This power has always been the truth you've been suppressing.
I don't get it. This is very, like, a bit opaque. Like what? I don't get, the clothes change, specifically. Well, why is he dressed in black now, aside from to look evil?
My authority comes from the Creator, so it naturally returns all things to their true state.
Just like what I demonstrated to you before. I made those sacrifices return to their purest state.
Now they're just aimless drifters. Mindless, memoryless, poor, lost things wandering without purpose.
A button? Sorry.
Surely by now you understand my goal isn't meaningless destruction. The Creator can reshape the natural order and lay bare the truth itself.
I imagine she's just trying to influence Shiyuan to work for her, because I guess she just sees him as very powerful, which is useful. If you can manipulate that to be willingful to work for you, it's probably plenty of uses for why you need a willing servant as opposed to just mind controlling him or something, if that's even a power she can utilize.
They see your suffering, your talent, and feel pity for your plight. Perhaps the power you and your sister share is more similar than you think.
Similar? I would have preferred if that sword had chosen me from the start.
Interesting on the chose wording. it's like the Keyblade, but only in Kingdom Hearts 1, where it actually decides, like it has some sort of opinion of it on its own.
What a good brother. But since the sword chose her, perhaps it also reflects the truth she's been suppressing.
And what would that be?
All the while, the sword is consuming her. One day, it'll eventually turn her into the coldest blade.
What does that mean?
The Creator is different. Their power doesn't take, it gives. They can restore her true freedom, completely severing the connection between the sword and your sister, freeing her from its chains.
Yeah, it makes enough sense. I see where she was going with it, showing she can make his nightmares no longer be around. I've also just realized two things. One, I looked into Shiyuan's eyes, and they look extra evil, but they've always looked like that. Should compare it to Shunguang. She should have similar eyes, but I imagine as a cute anime girl, hers are softened up. She's right here. Yeah, she has the red eyes too. But you know, like I said, I imagine they're sort of cutesy, and we'll see her later to get it closer. Also, the bird head guy was Chota. Anyway, I can close that tab and that tab, and it's all good. Anyway. Yeah. It makes sense if she wants to show not just that she can at the very least suppress his memories, and I guess according to Belle, it's similar to her ability to turn people back, and you know, give it a name like return to their basic pure form. But yeah, you know, as proof that she can in fact help with Shunguang's connection to the sword and save her from being completely dissolved into nothingness, I guess, you know? Which is good enough motivation. But unfortunately, he's sounding extra evil because, well, he's the antagonist, I guess. And I know who the final boss of this chapter is.
And you will also be freed from the nightmare forever.
If it means saving Shunguang, I'll help you awaken this creator of yours.
I think it's always funny. He has a good motivation, but he has his evil voice on.
What about you? Why are you helping me? Or should I ask, what is your wish in all this?
I've already answered many times. For true peace. An unbreakable, ever-standing order.
Ah, wow. That does sound evil.
I still remember every one of the Creator's words of wisdom from when I was young. When I read them for the first time.
That's so sweet.
Man prides himself on his cage, treating it as if it was order. But their laws are like sandcastles, easily washed away by the tide.
Sorry, I'm just bringing something up real quick. Where is he? Okay, so not him. I guess. Okay, can I get one of these that's not just an edit? I need Google Images. Yeah, I know his Damien's eyes were yellow, but who does this look like most of all? This is a good image for it. What? What do you mean? Are you kidding me? Alright, fair enough. I guess they downloaded it now. I didn't mean to, but sure. Not you. Get over here. Hold on, it's hard to see from this angle, but... Well, what's the next thing she's gonna say?
Their principles like spider webs, scattered by the slightest breeze. Their existence like a firefly's, extinguished at the slightest touch.
I guess I should be paying more attention. I just wanted to move her face to look back out of the camera. So laws are like sand castles, principles are like spider webs, existence is a fireflies extinguished at the slightest touch. I don't know. Fireflies are animals. You can hold one. Unless you meant like fire or something.
But when the Creator's call resounds, there shall be no more extinction, for the seeds of conflict will be erased.
That's cool, dude. Anyway, trying to compare. You know, it is the same, but I see the difference. You can see if you look closely. Now, you know what? Yeah, let's just go to OBS and do this. Okay. It's a bit hard to tell, but there's an extra little dark ring, so it's like there's like 3 rings to the eyes. You can see it with Orthe, the red in the middle, the orange around it, and then the lime green and then darker green shading. So it's not quite the same, but yeah, I don't know. It feels similar, but her eyes are definitely darker. Anyway, yeah, I'll move it back to normal. But yeah, I just think that's interesting. Mostly from 2.2, we have learned Orthe is a clone of Magus. So, by all means, she a perfect clone probably just has the same eyes, but I think that's interesting. Does Sarah is clone? Not impossible. Though I guess to be fair, what are Soldier 11 and Anby's eyes like? I don't know why I thought that. Give me what I thought it would. Dang, she wears goggles, but she does just have like orange eyes. I think that was something important. Like, just was that an ad? Oh, it is sponsored. I was trying to look at an image, but it was a sponsored eBay posting. Come on, Bing. Yeah, they have orange eyes, and it was distracting because they looked very similar to Shiyuan. But yeah, it probably doesn't mean anything. But yeah, it is interesting to note that they have that sort of green, different shades though, but red in the center eyes. It probably doesn't mean anything, since Amby and Soldier 11's eyes were also the same, since they're clones, but, you know, clearly much different from these. Of course, looking over there, we see Shiyuan with his Sauron evil eyes. Very cool. Need to look closely at Shunguang next change I get to compare.
No more decay, for the arrow of time shall be stilled. No more suffering, for the restless heart shall be steadied.
Steadied in what way?
When they descend, the tongues of those who quarrel shall be frozen, the arms of sword wielders hung in midair, and the hearts of the greedy turned to crystal.
Meaning?
Absolute, eternal, unmovable, all coalesced in that clearness.
It almost feels like becoming a part of a primordial soup.
Look at this world. Birth and death, love and hatred, power rising and falling.
Okay.
Civilization waxing and waning. Even without the hollows, chaos and disorder would still fester, like maggots feeding on detritus.
I'm gonna assume what detritus means, but I will look it up anyway. Sorry, I keep misspelling it, and I'm getting Detroit. Yeah, debris. That was a good way to put it. Of any kind. Waste or debris. Yes, sorry. But now that she has looked closer, yeah, I think those are very similar to Orphe. Yeah, because as soon as she looked different, looked back at the screen, the light in her eyes came back. Well, at least the lighter colors. I think that's very interesting. But yeah, you know, world sucks. This is the type of... This is like, you know, Cyrus in Pokemon. A lot of villains. The world sort of sucks. Let's start anew, whatever that means.
I've realized that the Creator is the answer that can end all of this.
And by end all of this, do you mean end all the bad things or end all of this?
The answer, huh? I hope you're right. Now, I've told you the location of the array. When are you going to take the next step?
Soon. Just a little longer.
Interesting.
That sacrifice, that flawless listener, is guarding this area. The purifying ritual to summon the Creator must go off without a hitch. Power. We need even more power to break through this miserable barrier. I can feel the Creator's decree resonating with my own longing. They are there, somewhere. A grand, cold, flawless will. So close to us.
Why is it cold? Why is Joe cold? The night grows heavy, and deep within Lemnian Hollow, something unknown is stirring in the darkness. A mysterious Bingbu is there, standing alone in the shadows. What? Its little hands are clasped together, as if it's praying. What? Okay, I think I've seen this image. I didn't really put much thought into it. Anyway, hold on. The main idea I saw people have was, hold on. Wait, why do I forget her name? No, it wasn't that. Not Swordbringer. Wait. Why am I forgetting the name? Sorry, I'm doing a lot of holding out and trying to look something up. Why am I'm forgetting a lot of words. Hey, shut up. I'm putting on the headlock. Sunbringer. I don't know why I thought sword. That was the main thought people had. The eye patch is interesting. Obviously, the first reason people would think this is because of the, you know, horns, obviously. That's the very obvious thing. And then on top of that, she's the inventor of Bingbu. And then from his EP, and I believe at some point in this story, we learned that from the EP, it sounds like Sunbringer is the one who awoken Banyue, but that could have been a long time ago, or maybe not too long ago. We don't have a good timeline on it, I think. At least I don't yet. Maybe it's more clear in the main story. But it feels like Sunbringer is getting a lot of important looking. But yeah, she's the inventor of Bingbu, right? CEO of Marcel Group. Is Marcel still around? Okay. Okay, come on. I hate this mouse. Once run by the Sunbringer, during time as CEO, invented Bingbu. A prototype Bingbu was taken as investigation guild leader Joyous into the Divine Maze, where he made the first ever carrot and stored it within the Bingbu. And they're called... Oh, Coach Aster? Who is Coach Aster? Oh, I see. Oh, right, now I remember. Yeah, Bingbu always show up whenever... for the Bingbu related events. That makes sense now. Yeah, going back to the other Void Hunters. Interestingly enough, while Sunbringer is the obvious pick, and it's, I guess, feels worth noting that she has a blue eye and a yellow eye. The yellow eye is the other one, which is covered, but it would make sense. Maybe it's inverted, but there's also Joyous, and, you know, all Bangbu have yellow eyes like that, as far as I'm aware. And looking at the little images of all the Void Hunters, Joyous is the one who covers both of his eyes, so that would be funny. Obviously the horns match Sunbringer more, but Joyous is the inventors of the carrot, so they have worked together. You know, for how much, unsure, but yeah. Archie, he's the burning-headed guy. Yeah. Did Sunbringer have red on her from what we saw? She was associated with blue, looking at this trailer, images from the trailer. Like, the other picture of her scene was, like, highlighting all the blue on her. And then Joyous was looking at a ball of a hollow, I guess. A ball representing a hollow. He seemed to have a flowy cape or something, but yeah. Ooh, holy crap, he was looking at a ball, and now this praying Bamboo is looking at a ball.
Hold on a little longer. Just a little longer.
Yeah, that voice is, I would say, androgynous. You can go either way. I'm thinking it's a male or female voice. But it definitely sounds young, which probably partly due to it being, you know, being related to the, whatever. Anyway, I think the Void Hunters are the obvious place to look if you're trying to guess who it is, and yeah, I think Sunbringer is the most obvious choice.
Very soon, salvation will come.
Interesting. I don't know what we're supposed to make of that, but we will see eventually. A night of uproar and secrets silently sinks into the deep darkness. As morning light spills across the land, Shiyuan Temple welcomes a new day, and Shiyuan, who brings news for everyone. I guess that was his voice. I went to the porcelain market this morning to ask around. Ginger from Antique Shop said he remembered seeing that woman in red. I mean, she was just walking around here. I assume she was cloaked up on a sunny day. She brought a severely damaged ancient tome to Ginger, saying she wanted to restore it. What kind of ancient tome was it? Not sure yet. Ginger said that since the ancient tomb was severely damaged, it was a difficult job, so he recommended it to one of his old customers who's obsessed with collecting ancient antique books, Bargainer Biao. I got his address so we can try our luck and pay him a visit, but Ginger also said he met some trouble lately and might not be able to be in the best mood. Let's go give it a try together. And I think that's a good time to leave off. Unfortunately, I don't want to get through all of it in one go. Let's see if, you know, time takes me and, you know, people come home and I might need to do something. But anyway, this was cool, fun, enjoying the story so far. Yeah, I think it's going well. I think, like, the biggest criticisms I have are, like, the moment with Dialyn and Zhao. It definitely didn't have my favorite type of dialogue. It was, I think, very clearly expository. And, you know, exposition in a way that feels like people don't normally speak because they're just telling people information they already know. You know, it's not, I don't think, it's not as engaging, which is a shame. Neat to see these other sides of characters, both Zhao and Dialyn being judges, and also that their relationship isn't really, you know, friends. It doesn't seem so at all, which is very interesting. We'll love to see more of that, and further goes. I think the other criticism so far is like, yeah, that orbiting area, yeah, there wasn't much to it. Yeah, it was just the normal unfortunate thing of just walk somewhere, dialogue, and do some fights. It could have been a straight line. There wasn't like much actual puzzle. Man, you guys are noisy. Fine, I will go over here. Let's listen to the gong of the music change. That's a daily event. Guess I'll find you in a bit. Also, in the same boat, little buddy. I believe we will find something. Yeah. Yeah, I think this story is good so far. Yeah, I wouldn't mind, you know, just a few collectibles and choices to make, the ability to make a wrong choice in a puzzle. It's fine. You know, I'll be annoyed, but I'm happy that I could have done something, because it's a video game. It could have just been it unfortunately feels like it could have just been a straight line, even with all the extra buttons you made us press. It's basically just opening a door and going to the next location on the gaming side of things, which is unfortunate. That is just the direction the main story is going in. Yeah. But yeah, for what the story is, I'm quite enjoying it so far. Can't wait to get to the rest of it at some point later. I will definitely be getting to the rest of it before the patch ends. Might not get to it until after the Friday special program on Friday. Maybe, who knows? I might, but hard to tell. I mean, there will be spoilers, which I've already seen in the, unfortunately, I've already seen in the TGA trailers. Oh yeah, maybe later, but yes. I think that's all there is to say. Very engaged to see like the different sides to Banyue, and then we'll see his destructive past. That's very interesting. I'm intrigued. And then Dialyn's ability, it's a bit spelled out to us from Zhao, which is, I think, cringe the way it was done. But like for the power itself, I think it's very cool. We're getting a lot of those, though. I'm noticing a lot of people with like some sort of superpower, which to some extent makes sense for people who can go into hollows, and for the people we'll meet, we'll always be meeting the best of the best in some way. At least that's how it feels like. I think I think Spook Shack was maybe one of the most not oh no, everyone had their own backstory, making them extra special. Rich girl from a laboratory, washed up on a shore. A girl from a tribe of wanderers who don't go to sleep at night. Then a girl whose parents died in the hollow and gave her superpowers to see the past. Within the hollow. Yeah, so you know what? Yeah, no, we're getting constant back-to-back special people. Seed is an experiment from the academy we went to, I guess in some way. It is some sort of experiment. Seed Senior is dead, with his own probably tragic backstory as a military machine robot with thoughts and feelings. Orphe's a clone, with the person she's cloned attached to her butt. Trigger was at the war. A war with a hollow, a ball of destruction. Yeah, we keep getting extra special people. I think the most ordinary people. No, what? I was gonna say Jufufu. She's a tiger. Those are rare, I guess. So she's also extra special. Pan's a panda. Those are probably also rare, just because of pandas in real life are dying out, I guess, because they don't want to procreate. So I guess Banyan, who probably has that lore too. I haven't done his trust event, so maybe we learn more. Anyway, yeah, everyone's very special so far, which I guess makes enough sense. You don't want a boring new character, don't, right? Anyway, I'm intrigued for the story. I think I'm very happy with this opening so far, even with the missing voices. I think it's fun voice character, so it's somewhat fine to me for me. It is a shame like how much is missing. It definitely feels like a lot, but it is interesting what is missing, and trying to wonder why and what do they do. And people are, I still don't. Yeah, I understand if it was only English, I could completely understand like corrupted files or something. But yeah, with all the other voices missing, other languages missing, I would have to imagine some sort of rewrites. And so, for what is possibly rewritten, interesting. But yeah, I heard it gets better as it goes on with much less missing voices. So yeah, we will see. Yes. Yeah, that was fun. I guess before you go, the news for the game and current polling plans. The priority is Zhao. Currently see unofficial information that we shouldn't know about, but yeah. Zhao looks middling at best, but hopefully she's done in a way where she can deal good damage for what her kit is. I'm really hoping she gets a good M1. I'm really frustrated at the current one. It looks so cringe, and most importantly, it looks like something she doesn't take advantage of herself unless you swap off her, which is for the most part fine, except for the fact that it means her ultimate doesn't get any boost, right? I'm pretty sure that's what it means, which would be a bit lame, especially because of her scaling. I really like the attack scaling, so it's more one-to-one with what you need, but changing it to crit rate means you don't get that offensive stat like more directly, like, because you can always build HP and crit, but now it's really hard. And you can, I mean, it's not that hard to build HP. Yeah, you can, it's easier to build HP and crit than it is to build HP, attack, and crit. So that's really annoying. But yeah, as long as her damage is balanced around that and they make it pretty good, I won't mind as much, but I'm worried for what the kid is, especially because it got a bit boring, and it would have been much nicer if she had Rupture still. It's so lame that the only Rupture buffer is Lucia. It really feels like they took that off, or didn't want to give her like Rupture buffing because of Lucia's existence, which is a shame because she's for what we know of the kid, she'd be very helpful, or at least pretty helpful. Anyway, name, but yeah, her buffing is still pretty good, and I think I'm not sure if she's better than Astra though for like the Rupture agents without Lucia. I think with her signature she probably is though, because you know, like Astra is basically stuck with Kaboom the Cannon, which is 30%. Well, 30% as good as it normally is, give or take. That's not really the math, but yeah, it is definitely worse for her than it is for other agents, and it's already a bit worse than usual because Ash is already a big attack buffer. But yeah, hopefully Zhao is. I just want a really good M1 and a good signature. I would definitely wish the signature would be made for all defense agents to be able to use it. I really like how defense W engines have been so far. Even though Caesars are only limited, so it's not really a trend, but you know, everyone could utilize other agents' W engines, with maybe except of a portion of Pan Yinhu's Wenjin saying if you heal, you get this bit of boost. Though I think that boost wasn't that just energy, you know, to make up for his W engine being attack percent. Yeah, but it still had that big, I think, crit damage buff for like EX and ult, maybe, I think, which was pretty cool. Come on. I hope I pressed that button right. Excuse me if I didn't. Yeah, I just hope she's good. I probably won't get Shiyuan. Definitely won't get Yixuan, and I really hope I get Shiyuan. Yeah, I don't think I'll be getting Shunguang unless I'm really lucky, which I don't expect at all. But yeah, I think more than anything, I'd rather have an M1, a W1, Zhao. But I definitely will want Shunguang a lot more if Seed is pretty good with her. It's probable that Shunguang is Seed's best teammate only because she herself is pretty strong. But you know, if the team doesn't flow together that well, that'd be annoying. But I mean, not unexpected, you know. But you know, attacker-based partner agent, like she's made to work with attackers. It'd be weird to make the Void Hunter attacker and not work solidly with her. I assume they can work solidly together though. I think the only problem is I won't get the W engine. It would be a shame to be stuck with Heartstring Nocturne and making Jean Chenurb case again. Well, you know, it's fine. I mean, it's already what it is. Yeah, if I get her, it's literally only to be used with Seed specifically. Otherwise, I'm cool with just using Zhao for other agents. It would be nice if she worked better with like a Banyue by giving Zhao some sheer, because it's not like other agents can use the sheer, you know. So like give her like 300 sheer damage to compensate because she was already giving 1,000 attack. You know, so she's giving at least 600, you know, sheer on top of her buffing, and then on top of her W engine, which looks pretty good. I really like that W engine. You know, wish it had EX there, but you know, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I think that's about it. Unfortunately, my pulling plans are, well, this bit more, but my pulling plans are for Zhao W engine, then M1, and then I'll try my luck at swapping between the two. I'll do that throughout the patch. Like, do a Zhao pull, then a Shunguang pull, then Zhao pull, Shunguang pull, Zhao pull, Shunguang pull. You know, until I'm out of Polychrome, which is a bad idea. Because I will probably want one of the idols. Because it's preliminary thoughts, they might be interesting. And which is another thing, they're officially revealed, so they're more than likely 2.6, which is expected. We all assumed they would be after the Void Hunter, just like Astra was after Miyabi. And Astra was pretty powerful for when she released. So yeah. I mean, hopefully they're good. We're expecting Anomaly Agent. Based off of some unofficial information, there's a good... I'm believing that Chinatsu, who seems to be called Sana now, is possibly their defense agent, or even another stunner, or even another anomaly agent. But yeah, that would all be funny. But you know, our ice anomaly to go with ether anomaly, Arya, who we learned the name of since like 1.3, and also know is a intelligent construct from 1.3. So. But you know, that doesn't stop people from like Doom posting, oh yep, they made the robot a human. But you know, the question definitely still is how often is she the robot, for people who want more robot designs. So anyway, yeah, I think the coolest I think would be a transformation from when you use ultimate and then she'll become her human version. I think that would be the coolest. That or just a skin, and then you can select which form you want most. But I think ultimate transformation, I think like a certain future Void Hunter might have. I think that makes sense. But yeah, an ether anomaly is very improbable and interesting, and would explain Vivian's read run. Because if like she's an OP ether anomaly, even if she's like an on-fielder agent, I mean, you say ether anomaly, you stop needing Vivian as much, right? Even though I still want Vivian, but you know, I would expect them to be very different. So I would expect like a Alice, or more specifically a Yanagi type of ether anomaly agent. I think that would make sense. And then of course, it feels very on theme to have on theme. Well, it would make the most sense for. Sorry, just checking outside. It makes no sense for the Azrael Rokudo, and currently Yu Nangong, so Yu to be the stunner still, if she maintains her weapons, And if she has those weapons, they'll be rad as heck, dude. And you know, if her teammate is based off that drive disc and ether anomaly, and she's the center for her, an anomaly based center would be pretty rad. It would greatly help out the solo DPS solo DPS teams like Alice or Yanagi, who are the main like solo DPS agents, because their kits are insane. Just to free disorders on their own. That helps. Yeah. I mean, if that's the case, that'd be very cool. I could see her being similar to Yuzuha, another physical agent, which might feel fast after Dialyn, but if she's 4 anomaly agents, she'll do the same thing where she dips into other elements and help apply more. Or maybe she makes every anomaly applied during a stun trigger a disorder or something like that. Maybe. Who knows? It could be anything, but yeah. An anomaly-based stunner, and then a stunner or an anomaly agent who loves stuns. Yeah, both of that sounds pretty cool. And could mean anything. Anyway. Excited for the idols. I think they're all pretty cool designs. I quite like all of them. But they're coming right after the agent I want most. And that agent's partner, who I don't really care for, and I'm okay with skipping, because, I mean, I've skipped Miyabi, I've skipped Yixuan. I'm not afraid to just not get Zhao. But, I mean, it'd be really funny to always play with Seed. Anyway. I think that's it. Hope the idols are fun. I hope Zhao gets a good Mindscape 1. I wouldn't mind getting Mindscape 2 if it's good. But that's a big if. I think it's like an attack buff. Currently. But I mean, like, gosh. It's Friday, right? That's when it is. That is overmorrow. I can use the term overmorrow accurately to describe when that stream is, which means less than 48 hours because it's in the early morning for me. So yeah, just like, it's like 5? Oh yeah, that's like 32 hours, 31 hours for the stream. Yeah, hope. Oh gosh. I really hope that M1 is changed, or at least updated to have something else. Because that's so cringe if that's all it is. That is so unbelievably cringe if that's all it gets. And it would be nice if she got, what I really want is for Zhao to get her old core passive that gave her attack based off HP into her M1, but I could easily imagine they take away her DPS if that's the case, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that is it. That is all. I think it is time to say goodbye. No Banyue, unfortunate. I even gave 10 extra. I even threw 10 extra pulls at him than I intended to, because now I'm broke. And we'll be grinding up all these events just to make sure I have all the polychrome for Zhao's W engine, at least. I might not even get another S rank with the next patch. It might not be as guaranteed as some people think. It will probably be a big polychrome patch because it'll be, you know, for new players. Oh, it's hype. We've had a big advertise on the TGA, the Game Awards ad. Woo! And we haven't. No, we had a very OP character. Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Gone now, though. But we have a super rad character who you can easily skip. And, you know, Ellen, who we'll be probably seeing what's new with her in a few days. And, you know, strengthened up to be solid. I think a very solid agent. That you shouldn't pull because it's a much stronger one in less than 2 weeks. Anyway, thanks anyone and all for who watched or watching. Fun stream. I can't wait to get to the rest of the story. I forgot it was over tomorrow. I might come back tomorrow. I might come back after the stream. Whenever I have time, which is good. a good time to get to it. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. Have a good afternoon, evening, morning, and good night. Bye. Also, yeah, don't forget to check out Nom2 for gameplay and little videos. I hope maybe one day to actually maybe download a stream and do some highlights if I ever feel it's worthwhile. Like whenever I do a big normal grinding DA or Shiyuan stream. Hopefully I can just actually get into content. I think that could be fun. Good night.